Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly, what am I going to be? Your friendly rogue trader today, I guess, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing Warhammer Fantasy 40K RPG Rogue Trader, published by Fantasy Flight Games originally. Voila. And with me today are the stalwart explorers who will be joining us for this ongoing campaign. We are still playing the introductory session 8 of the introductory adventure that is about that many pages. So we are keeping with our usual tone of a measured and a steady pace, making our way through content. However, if you do intend on playing the adventure out of the core rulebook, this session will contain spoilers from that. Assuming that you do not care about that, then let me introduce you to the stars of tonight's session, our explorers going left to right here, which tells who you are and who you are playing. First up, we've got Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Alessander. He is the ship's void master, and he's a little bit paranoid.
That he is. That's going to be your way of reminding me that you've got that ability. Starting session.
I'm going to mention it all the time
now. Next up is Sean.
Hey, I'm playing the rogue trader Quinili Aquade, and he took some more command and some more weapon skill since last session.
Good. Next up is James.
All right, so I'm James. I'm playing Regius Benetech, the ship's navigator, who is now jaded as well as better at his some of his navigator skills.
Good. And last but certainly not least is our resident armor smith, Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave. I'm playing Drune. Oh, no. I'm playing Godwin, who is the ship's seneschal. He's a bit of a sneaky leader, good with money, that kind of stuff.
You know, we do have the what do you call it? Squats are reintroduced to the Warhammer 40K lore now, so we really can do 40K Drune.
Well, and we've been giving names to the crew as we go, so we could have a crew member named Druin for sure.
That is quite possible. Yeah. The crew of the Rogue Trader vessels are definitely eclectic, and it is possible that a squad or a what are they called? Legions of Votan. Is that Leagues of Votan? Is that it? Yeah. Legions? I don't remember. No one else? No?
I have nothing to offer.
Leagues of Votan. All right. Guys, we had a heck of an eventful session last week, or last time as well. Let me bring you on over to the last screen that we were active on, and you guys can remind us what the heck happened last time. Okay, I cannot erase the Mortis Probati, so let me keep that ship. As far as you guys know, it is still, in one piece.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let's move everyone into place here. Voila. All right. So, what happened last time, guys? If you need a little bit of a hint, I would get you to think of a certain film featuring Sam Neill, Sean Connery, and Alec Baldwin.
Whoa. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got the movie. let me think about this. One more hint. I got the movie, but
I believe it's another film. Let me make sure he's actually in this. I think it's another film starring. No, a film starring Bruce Dern.
Were we in a set chase of some kind? Are you talking like Hunt for Red October?
I was.
October,
however, sure. It was more you guys running quite
yes.
quite silent.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
'cause
I
we
remember.
were
Yeah, we did a lot of flying, and we were sneaking around without the engines on.
Yeah.
And we found where we wanted to go
Yes.
after all of our quiet flying, and we started an away mission with a bunch of guys, but we were jamming the airspace.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
once we landed,
guys, you want to introduce Dave to your new identified crew members?
Yeah. Let's see here. It is there's Thasivus Zoil, and he is a
Arc militant.
yes. So and then Octus Okastor. So he is our resident mechanicus who came up with that he's been in charge of the jamming.
I believe it's an explorator.
Oh, an explorator, okay. But he's mechanicus though, right? That's
He's
his rank?
effectively, yeah.
Okay.
right? He's been jamming the
Yeah.
space.
Yep. And then Amamed, is that correct? Amamed
Omimed, yep.
is the pronunciation.
Astropath.
Amamed. Yeah, astropath, yeah. So we could communicate while gone over distance and despite jamming. And despite our own jamming.
Yep.
So yeah, so we had a lot of conversation, a lot of planning on our approach.
Yeah.
That was probably not even, that might even have spanned a little bit of a couple of sessions even of how to throw our competition off while we hopefully close on the location that we learned through Regius in the Xenos temple.
Yep. We started last session with you guys arriving back on the Morcus Probati with your on board your gun cutter. I'm telling him. She always wants to rush the narration. I don't know. Once you guys arrived on there, you guys talked about how to get out there and what to get out to the ring. As you may remember, there is that asteroid belt that kind of encircles the system, and it's in there is where Regis saw the righteous path, and what you guys were worried about was getting out there and then be detected by so and so on your way out. So you created some fake transponders. I should mention as well too that episode, our session was before that happened in a recent Star Trek series, so we were not stealing ideas from a ongoing show. It was a happy coincidence. Yeah, I didn't even think about that until I'm describing it out loud. I'm like, that sounds so awful like something I saw recently. Yeah, so what you guys sent out was little like dummy buoys to try and throw off in the event that the fell hand was out there hunting you guys. It would have multiple ways of hunting. The guys then decided to travel like on a bleak path to get to the edge of this asteroid belt. And Dave, let me just move this gun cutter out of your out of your way so you can appreciate the majesty of the asteroid belt. So this is what drifts for billions of kilometers around, and it's somewhere in those uncountable numbers of tumbling ice and stone fragments that the ship was found.
We're still on the title page, Kevin, in case you're trying to show us
hold on.
something.
Yeah, let me bring you guys over.
I'm like, this sounds really awesome. But...
So Dave, he's testing you. He's testing you. You passed. You're good.
There you go.
Are they paying attention or are they just ignoring me?
Right.
So here's what
you're paying attention.
Yeah, this is what you saw. And
very cool.
Traveled to the edge of one and then basically traveled along the rim of it. And as they were doing so, they ran silent. There's an option that they've got in the core rulebook for basically powering down everything and trying not to be detected. They managed to do so and then came across a beacon. There was a pulsing, it seems like someone may have had a similar idea, and there was a we talked a little bit about the difference between active scans and passive scans, and there was an actively scanning satellite effective that was left behind right near where the righteous path would have been located. There still was no sign of the fell hand, but the guys were not willing to risk an active scan to try and detect where it was. So it may be out there somewhere, but the way that they responded to that floating thing, or the satellite, was to jam the frequency so that it could not, even if it could detect them, it couldn't communicate it back to anybody. But what that also meant is that it would know that it's not able to communicate. So as soon as they drop the jamming, it will become evident the reason that everything was shut down. They still tried to remain hidden from it, but because they're the source of the jamming, that's harder to do. And they drifted in. And then once you guys got yourself in a position near the ruined remains of the righteous path, what do you guys recall happening then?
We debated on sending scouts. I think we all ended up. Oh well, let's see. We went off to the side, I think, and we away from an obvious big opening into the ship, into the righteous path that we detected. We landed off to the side so we could approach on foot, just in case there was an ambush or something.
Yep.
I think we debated on sending recon ahead, but determined actually to go pretty much all together.
Yeah, because the jamming is still active. Octus has been just maintaining it, trying to shut everything down. The thought was to send if you send anyone out, they're not going to be able to communicate back. The only way of communicating back was through the astropath, who fucked up her role last time.
Yeah, can't get good help. That's all right.
It's not going to bode well when it comes time to performance review. Omid, I tell you.
She will be punished later, but let's see. I mean, we finished pretty soon after this, right? So we went up to the opening, I want to say.
You landed the gun cutter in a place that would be hidden, so you could approach on foot and decide how you want to go in. And it was right around when you were about to deploy all of your troops and yourselves, because I think you... I don't remember if you brought Thasivus down with you.
I want to say we did.
I thought we did. We left Octus.
Yeah, Octus is on
ship.
board, and then you guys said you'll just trust that the crew with their 30 will be able to keep the ship safe in the event it comes under attack.
I told Octus, don't screw this up, and we all left. And,
he was in the middle of going 1-0-1-1-1. Oh, two cool things. I mentioned before we went live, I picked up a couple of 40K games, but one of what prompted that was a review I saw of Mechanicus. There's a 40K game called Mechanicus, a turn-based thing. One of the cool things about it, though, is it has a lot of... it's extremely thematic, but it's also kind of a way to save on voice acting, because the Mechanicus don't have voice lines. They deliver it in their weird binary kind of mumbly whatever stuff. It's super cool, though. It's really great.
Nice.
Yeah. It's I was like, oh, that's very, very evolved. I'm stealing that for our games for sure. So, would you just say that Octus was just, like the servitor was one of the three that was hovering around him, kind of came over to you and looked at you and nodded, and then kind of went back to whatever he was working on?
Yep.
And the last thing we ended with before we launched into our outro was that Alessander picked up an active ping. Someone had actively scanned the area. And it was powerful enough that it would only have been from a ship. Now, the jamming is still in place. So you can picture, you're all in this cramped ship. You've had discussions of what to do if any one of you are shot or take damage from that gets through your armor on your void suits. It will expose you to the void, and you have a limited time to seal that up. You also do not know what awaits you down here. There were other strange ships that were drifting around this, almost like a space Hulk in the making. And right before you were all ready to go into the airlock and have it cycled over and then step outside to make your way towards this dead vessel is when the active scan washed across you. Now, that type of scan is the type of thing that might detect a craft like a gun cutter. So, with that bit of good news, everyone's got their fate points topped up, I see. What happens next? Captain, you were just informed by Alessander that this has happened.
I mean, I don't know if it really changes anything, does it? Couldn't anyone think of anything that this ping, this electronic inquiry, if you will, do you think, I don't know if it would cause us to do anything different?
I would assume, Captain, that the psyker on the ship has detected me as well.
Yes. Well, I think we just proceed. Anyone see anything different than that?
Yeah, I think we just proceed.
With caution.
We're not going to retreat. We're finally here.
Let's review what we brought too, Kevin. We brought how many? What did we? Let's see.
The gun cutter fits. I believe it's 30 people on board.
Okay.
Let's see here. Of which I think you brought 28 medics.
Right.
20. Why are we bringing so many guys with red shirts on?
Yeah.
Okay, so gun cutter can fit 30 people on board, or the equivalent of cargo. That's in addition to the 2 pilots, 1 or 2 gunners, and an engineer. I believe those are the people you're leaving on the ship or on the gun cutter in the event that it needs to make an escape or something like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ready to go.
Yeah, the first action in the opening cinematic of Inquisitor involves a gun cutter getting blasted out of the sky and crashing on a dead ship. I only mention that just because, the parallels are uncanny. I'm sure it doesn't mean ill for you guys. I'm sure you'll be fine.
No, 'cause we're the one that escapes in that scene just off camera.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Are we never, where are we in proximity to the opening?
You're
Kevin?
probably about half an hour of making your way over there.
Okay. Gotcha.
The gravity on here is going to be next to minimal. So you're going to have to make your way over there and then make your way in. I think that you guys were favoring stealth over effectiveness. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Some of those crew, no, because you guys brought people with you brought a salvage crew with you as well, like an engineering crew. Because I was joking about the 40K equivalent of the Jaws of Life last time.
Mm-hmm.
So some of those soldiers, well, that basically, I think we can assume that the 8 of them are going to be part of that, the support crew. 20 of them will be soldiers. You have 2 groups of 10. And what do you want the extra 2 to be?
Medicus?
Oh, hold on. Actually, you have you guys on board too. If you got Omid and Thasavus, that's 2 that are gone there. So then there's you 4. So I guess you guys have 16, 2 squads of 8 House Aquatic guards. You got your 8 medics or technicians. And yeah,
Do we have medics?
of the squads, we'll say there's 2 medics in each of them.
Okay. And we have cutter torch, right? That was one
And
of the things
Captain,
everybody was
your
talking
concern for your crew is
Yeah, always.
warms everyone's heart. They're plotting a mutiny already for your soft-hearted nature. Profit does not come from compassion.
I'm just waiting for the plot mutiny because I got some skills for that.
Well, I mean, I wasn't wondering about the medics for the crew, but I won't tell them that. I was thinking of the leadership. But in any case, let's have some, at least, what about recon in visual? Visual range. Recon, some folks go ahead and we make our way towards the opening with some, people that can just look back and give us the hand signals.
Squad canary, basically.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right.
Exactly.
They go out. If they get shot at, then we know there's trouble here.
Yep.
It will be in silence as well, too, because neither your Vox communications nor any transmission by air. So it'll just be keeping your eye out for when their suits explode with viscera and air. Let me set up a token for them. No reason whatsoever I would do doing this. Let's see here.
No reason at all.
Nope.
I'll start looking over my combat skills.
All right. I was looking over Wrath and Glory again today, just 'cause I don't remember why, but I was like, I had to look at this in a bit, and yeah. Also, it also looks quite good. Very different style of play than this, and I don't think it suits a long-term play, but like for a pick up and play kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed all right.
Have you run it, James?
No, I got the bundle of it, so I was happy read, and I was toying with it because Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
But it's actually more crunchy than it looks.
Most definitely. Yeah, it's in the mechanics. I think that the crunch comes, like the actual play as opposed to the characters.
Yeah, yeah. The characters are very simple, but there's so much. There's, if I remember right, there's a bunch of what do you call it? Metacurrency and all the rest of it going on.
Yeah.
So it's but it looked good. But I do like the FFG ones because they've got a theme to them.
Definitely, it's a right tool for the right job kind of thing.
Yeah.
It also still drives me nuts that there's a piece of gear on the sample Warlock that is never identified. No, I tried tweeting directly at Cubicle 7. I tried looking online. I have no earthly idea what this thing does. There are rules for it in 40K or in the Fantasy Flight games, but not for Wrath and Glory.
Oops.
Yeah. I'm like, finally, a game. I get to play an Eldar. This is going to be great. And I have no idea what this does.
It's whatever you want it to do. That's how powerful it is.
Yeah. Let's see here.
No, if I'd happily play in it. But I think if I ran something, I would do something FFG.
Yeah. So I'm looking for the token here. That's what I'm doing, guys. I'm just making idle chatter. When did we start playing this game? It was last year, right?
40th millennium. Yep. Last year.
Here we go. Yes. Okay. I found the. I gotta find the strata that has our.
Definitely last year.
Here we go.
Definitely. Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. So there are your troops, and they have. Let's see here. You can be controlled by everybody, and I believe they have 12 health. I'm sure is all they'll need. I mean, why would you need more, right? Okay. Quare is AQUARRE.
AQUAIRRE.
IRRE. Okay. Got it. Voila.
So it's Aqua Ire.
I beg your pardon.
I'm just trying to figure, like phonetic things of how to spell words and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aqua Ire.
So, here's what I'm going to do. We have 2 squads of 8 of these guys. Why don't we do this? I'm going to put 4 down here, and I'll put 1. Each of them will have dots to match your color, and then you guys will each control a 4-man squad. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Don't worry, you won't have them for that long. Just kidding. Let's see. All right, so we have green. Oh, James, you're going to have to change your color. Or, Jeff, you're going to have to change your color. What do you guys have? Both of you have green right now.
Oh, I don't know.
Not sure what
Purple?
color.
Oh, and Sean, I found also, thanks for sending me the how to set up custom tokens. I actually found some for Savage Worlds that are like proper Savage Worlds one, so you can put all the conditions on your token.
Nice.
Yeah,
There you
really,
go.
really cool.
That's awesome.
And then, so some either Jeff or James, if you
Am
could
I
pick
purple now? How do I change my color? I thought I changed my color.
Bottom right
Yeah.
of your.
Bottom right,
Yeah.
I turned myself to purple.
Try OK. I think you have to hit OK afterwards too. Maybe.
Okay. Save settings.
Where does it show that?
I think it's on the bottom right of your avatar. It should be a little.
I know, but I just have like a down arrow. It doesn't show me what color I'm set to.
Isn't it the color of the little box? Is yours green right now? Mine is the
Oh,
red
yeah,
that I
okay.
always use.
Right.
And once you click on it, it brings up a giant color palette.
Oh, there we go. Okay, you know what? No worries, James. Jeff just changed himself to purple.
Okay.
Okay,
Unless you want to be
so
purple, I don't really care.
there we go. All right. So, because then we can have. This makes it easier for me. Boom, to duplicate these guys. And I'll keep.
No, I can't see any colors, so I'm green, am I?
You're green. I don't even know. Is anyone colorblind?
No,
No.
not
Okay.
me. But only in this game when I can't see the
Okay.
token color.
No, so I never thought to ask that before. I don't know if any of our players. No one's mentioned anything about having difficulty distinguishing between colors, but it is. Here we go. Common enough that you think it's could come up. All right.
Statistically, you would think that one of our players is colorblind,
Yeah.
but maybe not.
Or maybe the colors we use are keyed well enough so they can distinguish between. I don't know.
Quinilly blacks out, but he is not colorblind.
What's that? Okay. All right. So then, guys, I assume you're bringing Thasavus, and are you bringing Omid with you?
Omid's with Omimed's with us, yeah.
Yeah.
She failed her.
No. Are you
Communications.
taking her with you into the ship? Is what I
Off
meant.
the ship, yeah.
All right.
Oh, I think so. Do you think we should be able to be in communication? Like us should be able to be in communication? with the
I
ship?
thought she was going to hold back with me, right?
Okay.
Right.
Oh, in the party. Yeah,
She just needs to
sure.
be careful,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
In the cowards rank. That's I think what you guys said last time.
Somebody want to
GM
look
trying
deep
to-
into my eyes?
GM's trying to stir trouble. Everyone hold fast. Hold fast. Don't take the cheese, says Quinilly.
All right. Okay. Then let me bring you guys over here. What is going on here? There we go. Okay. There's the Aquare guards. Yep, it's the right layer. Is this dark? No, daylight mode. Good. I think they don't have vision, but you guys, I believe, do. Okay. Now, let's maybe bring everybody over and then I'll shrink it down. There we go. Boom. There's Alessander. And Purple Squad. Oh, tell me that I set it so that you guys can control these before I started duplicating all these. I did. Oh, thank God. Like that, I really hope I thought that through. All right, Captain Aquade. I also realized I did not have vision set on for any of you guys, so I do need to do that. You know, Captain. And Captain's having the yellow squad. Go. since the game is emulating a what do you call it? Board game. I think you guys will, or a tabletop game, miniature. What do you call it? Miniature game, a war game. You guys will appreciate that. I'm going to make you set up with an X amount of squares from the edge of the board. There you go. It's a long walk to that joke. Okay, here we go. Come on. So for those who may be curious of why our cameras are the way they are, we're back to using Chrome because it was just the game ran so much better with Chrome, or Roll20 rolls so much better with Chrome than it does with Firefox. And with a new camera setup on Roll20, you can't move the cameras, and you have to use this if you want to use Chrome. So that is why we are in the corners. But it means also that I can have crap tons of tokens on the screen and not have the entire process grind to a halt, like we were seeing in Night Below. Okay. And there we are, guys. So, what I'd like you to do, let me bring you on over. You guys may see you're in the top left there. This is you making your way across the asteroid in which the thing is located. You guys have been traveling for about 15 minutes right now. You're about halfway of the way to the entrance, the cavernous entrance to the Mortis Probati. Not the Mortis Probati, it hasn't crashed yet. To the Fell Hand. Couple of things. For one, the lengths that I will go to for you guys, this is an actual image drawn from the surface of an asteroid.
No expense spared.
So if you American taxpayers, I appreciate you for your expenditure on your space program, because this is pretty fucking cool. So this is, let me put you guys are traveling from the top right corner towards the bottom left corner. I'm just going to stick all of you guys. So Thasivus is going to be a little further forward. Regis, I'm assuming you're well back in the corner here. Godwin, you're right there. Captain Quinelli, you're right there. Alessander, right there. And there's your Arc Militant right there. And you guys have each of your squads. Position yourselves sort of, I guess, where you think you'd be. Again, you're marching towards the bottom left corner right now. So keep yourself within about 4 or 5 squares of the edge, just so we have enough real estate to be able to make use of this map. And then we'll assume you've got your other squad that's a little further ahead. I think the measuring tool works. Yeah. Okay. So where would you want... are you keeping one squad with you and one squad ahead, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, do we want to split them up or what?
I'm thinking I was thinking the yellow would be close in protection on the central party. I think one should go out ahead, probably, within visual.
So like here where I'm putting these purple guys?
And you said the ruler's accurate, Kevin?
Should be, yeah.
So let's see. So yeah, it's 30 feet ahead, 9 meters.
I'll put 3 of my guys ahead.
30 feet. What is that?
It's Imperial.
Or I guess I'll put my guys ahead. That's fine.
Yeah, curiously,
Mine on the rear gut.
the Emperor insists on metric.
Yeah. Sorry, my publisher doesn't believe in Imperial. All science fiction's done in metric.
Okay, so you... they'll be moving 6 meters per turn, if that's all they're doing is moving.
Which is 2 squares, Kat? Is that correct?
Each square is 1 meter, I believe.
Oh, each square is 1 meter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Omimed would be back with me.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, I think you're you two are a package. I'm thinking you take care of Amimed. Our
Where-
connection to
Try and keep her alive.
Where do you want
Right.
Thasivus?
I guess Thasivus should be the.
And we're heading south.
Bottom left.
Yeah,
Uh,
south and west, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
So we're
said
heading
southeast.
we're heading this way.
We're heading in the direction that I put the lead.
Okay, I thought you heard southeast, so I was like, well, that's just straight down. So I'm
No, south left.
Yeah.
Or south left.
Okay.
The left bottom. That's why I was saying that instead of the.
southwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And our militant maybe maybe with us but in front.
Okay. Yeah, I think you guys should have control over his token, but let me double check.
Oh, there he is.
I'm on the measuring tool.
Here we go.
Go. Someone moved him when I didn't, so there we go. Okay. So then, so that answers my question. Then, what I want you to picture is the scant amount of gravity that is holding you on to this rock. And you can picture that this is a place where it probably drops off and curves away, literally, within your line of sight. I also want you to picture that when you look up, all you see is a sky full of rubble. And they're all slowly drifting around. If any one of those things or the ships that are trashed and drifting around in there, if it happened to even graze against this thing, you would be ground into this thing like insects under a boot. And because of the light gravity, every step you take would feel almost like it's not quite enough for you to come down, that you would go drifting off and join the rest of the detritus that will be forever drifting around in this field. That is what you were passing through as you were making your way towards this cavernous treasure ship. And that is when, Alessander, the panic sets in.
Shit.
Something, you're looking out across this, there is a gray and lifeless surface of broken rocks and bone and things. Some of this would have been things that would have struck here. Some of it would have been the erosion of just, other smaller fragments going into this. But it affords lots of places to hide behind. And something just really does not seem right to you here.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Captain.
Well, again, hold on. You guys cannot talk to one another.
Oh, we can't even communicate?
You can hold your void suits together and shout at one another, and the sound will be transmitted through the air, through the whatever ferroglass or whatever the fuck it is.
We have to headbutt each other to communicate. Headbutt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need the vibrations to transmit.
Sound. Yeah.
Well, that makes it very difficult. I guess I would. I mean, I am right beside the captain.
You are right beside Godwin right now.
Oh, I'm right beside Godwin. Okay, yeah. I'll move
Shoves
over.
Godwin out of the way. Fuck off.
Yeah, get out of here.
Godwin floats off into space.
Right.
No, not twice in a week.
And then he would do like you said. He would put his, helmet right next to him so that he could sort of communicate with him and just, Captain, something doesn't feel right.
Yes, you suspect something.
Yes. An ambush?
Certainly, we're in the right spot for it. Unfortunately.
I mean, the GM set up a map.
Right.
What was your first clue?
Kept asking, where are you? Wait, where are you? Are you here?
I mean,
are you?
Where are you going to stand?
Right.
The fact that we can't communicate means there's like just nothing to do other than sort of warn the captain. I don't know.
Let's see.
You know.
So, Captain, you look over and you can see that your men are walking along, and again, in utter silence.
Yeah.
In this too, all you can feel is your slightly increasing heart breath or rate of respiration as your heart speeds up. What do you do?
I say, Alexander, stand by. I run over to Thasivus.
Okay.
Headbutt him as is required.
Yep.
And tell him run up there and tell the squads to hold fast for a moment.
Okay.
Oh.
Absolutely, sir. Quick, who's fast? What? I'm kidding, obviously. Oh boy, I think we'll need is it's not on there because they don't have the list of skills on the screen. Let's see. Do I complain about that every session? It's 2 weeks between, for those of us who may be joining us on a regular basis. It may seem like it's a running joke. It's just genuinely something I forget between
and I may tell him to, have the men stop up there. He can send someone else if he wants to. I don't really care about the details.
Okay.
If he wants to send a yellow dot, he gets free.
He grabs him and he steps in. Oh.
Boy, the GM's thinking hard, isn't he?
Yeah, because I'm trying to decide if he... what is his weaponry? Because honestly, that might be the easiest way to... Sound won't carry, so a gunshot... Who gives a shit if you shoot a gun in vacuum? It'll be the light that'll be noticeable.
True,
and if he zorches a shot through them, they would see that.
Could you throw a rock even?
A rock would take a while to get there, and they are currently...
I mean, it's possible we even thought of this, or at least Thasivus did. That a couple of simple,
Yeah.
a couple of simple
Let me see what Thasivus has got.
simple
on
signals.
him.
Those las pistols could be well made for this.
Yeah.
Even from one of the yellow guys, yellow dots have that lasers,
combat.
right?
He
So
has
we
a
don't
long
wanna-
las actually.
We don't
on
want to
him.
use that. We want to use,
What's that?
or we want to use. We don't want to use labs, or we want to use
Do because
labs.
it's light. There would be the flash that comes from it, whereas the bolters have a muzzle flash, and I guess technically they've got a little because they're rocket propelled shots because it's 40K. They might catch it but if you fire off a short burst with a long las, that might, or a las gun, that might at least draw the attention of the people behind. And the light may give away to anyone who is watching,
Right.
but there's no other way of really getting everyone's attention immediately.
Yeah.
At least that's what I think.
Just
Watch.
don't roll a one and shoot the guy in the back.
That's the one thing I would say. Just do not do that. So why don't I think you guys all have access to Thasivus's sheet. Let someone go in. I've set it to combat. Just go ahead and give us a long las shot here. Don't roll a one. I think you can. This is not a game where you're stuck with ones. You can re-roll them.
Okay.
Now that I've said that, you guys actually will get the answer faster by hovering over or fate points. Can you
Is it
re-roll
actually
anything,
true?
or is it only re-roll non-crits? If you guys hover over the rules for...
over the hero
Yeah.
point thing or whatever?
Yep, the fate points. What does it say? Is there any restriction on re-rolling or any...
A failed test once.
Okay,
The
so
results of the reroll are final.
Yeah, so you're not... who is rolling for Thasivus?
Get in there,
Can someone
Godwin.
open his sheet?
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I just opened a sheet.
Okay.
So the long las?
Yes, please. No modifiers. Oh, you know what? Take a plus 20. It's an easy shot.
Okay.
But again, it's just don't roll a 1. There we go.
You somehow puncture all 4 of their suits.
It ricochets around. Oh, all right. So
Oh, right.
there's
Right
that
in the body.
flash. And
Hits him right in the body Warhammer.
They also, what this means is thanks to Alessandra's quick thinking, you will not be ambushed. But you will be rolling initiative because, guys,
time to kill some bad guys.
there are quite a few guys who all have cover, who have positioned themselves in stations around here. So, let's roll some initiative.
It's time to kill the bad guys what they're thinking?
With their thinking?
No, they know they're the bad guys.
The other guys that are ambushing us, are they like, hey, it's time to kill some bad guys?
If you set an ambush to kill people, you know you're the bad guy.
You guys can think of yourselves as the good guys or the bad guys as much as you want. Your soldiers and the others are thinking of it as a job. So,
all right. So this is like 9 to 5. ERP's not working. Let's shoot somebody.
there you go.
I'm trying to find my. Where is the initiative?
Combat tab, bottom right.
Oh, thank you.
And make sure you click on your token first, too. As is always the case with Roll20.
Oh, yeah. Which one's?
Halloween? Oh, there it is. Roll initiative.
Always takes a minute to. There you go.
Feels like I haven't played this in months.
It is like a month or something since you were here, right?
It's been a month and a half. At least.
Month and a half, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. That'll work. All right, and wood. Yeah, I'm gonna have your squads will act at the same time as your character. So you guys can feel free to do that. They've got a 30 with their ballistic skill, and they have las guns. These guys. Oh, I got a great illustration for these. Look at this, guys. I think this is actually from a recent 40K release, too, which was pretty lack fortunate for me. Where is he? Where is he? Here he is. Look at this, guys. Ooh. Look at that. How pretty is that?
No.
Okay. They are
Looks expensive.
Definitely. Yeah. It's going to be, it's almost like they knew to have something a little more protective for their, their guys.
Well, they actually have money, I guess. We don't really.
You guys have an abundance of money. That is something that you have a fair amount of. All right, and their bonus +3, so I got a 4 with them. All right. So go descending here. Descending, we've got Captain Aquade taking the lead. I'm assuming naturally you're going to race up front. Facing with, how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's only 14 of them. I mean, what are the rest of the troops going to do if you're going to be racing ahead?
First, Quiddly says, GM's trying to start trouble again. Everyone hold fast.
I had someone asking about making use of narrative metacurrency, and I'm like, just fucking ask every round. Like that's how you get players to make use of, bennies or fate points or whatever else. Anytime even remotely, there's a reason for using it, ask about it. Otherwise, it's some players will be on top of it and be thinking of it every turn. Some players will forget it the entire game and never use it. So keep asking. Okay. All right, then, Captain Aquade.
So we only see 2 at this point. Is that true?
You may want to scroll back a little bit.
Okay. There's gotcha.
That number 14 was not just pulled out of the air.
Yes. Let me see here. I think. Well, I think it behooves him to put into play
Yep.
his quick draw
Okay.
talent. And
Okay.
yep,
Got your plasma
Drawing
pistol
is-
out.
yes. And let me get the let's see, gosh, combat actions into the. Let's get into the flow here.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna need a. I am going to move a half action.
Okay.
'Cause and then I'm going to fire. Is my plan.
Okay, so get your gun out, you're racing along, bravely avoiding taking cover of any kind whatsoever, and then go ahead and...
What does cover look like, Kevin? Would it be like this? It's
Cover-
just going to be a.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
can picture, there's all odd sizes. There's some things that are like the one you're pinging there, that's a big chunk. You could probably fit your whole body behind that. Remember that cover, it doesn't affect target numbers in this game. It's just when we roll hit location, if we hit the target, we then check and see if they would shoot through the target.
Yep.
That's
I
one
would
thing
go
to
for
bear
that.
in mind too. This environment, this is mostly dust and ice. So these
Okay.
fuckers may think they have a lot of cover. They probably do not.
Okay.
And in Regis's case, with that crazy weapon that he shot the orc's leg off through a chunk of sedimentary rock, it's doubly so. You won't be able to fuck these guys up through it. All right, so
So I
Captain
take-
Aquari moves forward. And remember, you're moving your first number, so you're only moving 3 squares, right? Or is it 4?
4. Mine's 4. I think.
4, okay.
And then these guys are within my weapons range, so I'm going to take a shot at this guy right
So
here.
just a regular range, not short, because it's not half the base.
Right.
Okay,
Yep.
and go right ahead. And then, is there a penalty from walking?
I don't recall one, but
Let me double check
let's
on it,
see.
because I,
Yeah.
I was reading Shadowrun recently, and there are a few games. It really gives Rollmaster a run for its money in terms of situational modifiers.
The screen's got the combat difficulty summary on there too.
Does it? Let's see here.
It does. It's,
You know what, screen? I'm all right. All right. You had to make room for something, and while there's not a skill list on here, this is exceptionally helpful. So,
This game, they don't expect you to doing a lot of skill rolls. They want you to doing a lot of combat.
yeah,
Kev.
totally.
right.
Okay, no modifiers for it's only. Doesn't look like you got a modifier for running either.
Yeah.
Yep, so you're good. You're good.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh, I guess you can't fire when you're running because you don't have the extra action. So there we go. All right, so you moved up, striding forward, and then a flash of plasma. Let's see here.
Indeed. Let's see. There's a little form here. So let's
Yep.
see. No.
Fine, your tax return.
So in range, right? This counts as in range.
In range, yes.
Plus 0. Mm-hmm. All right. Single shot. No modifiers.
Remember, Captain Aquari, with your leadership too, you're going to grant a +10 to somebody this round too. Just make sure you call out when you're doing that.
Good. Yeah. Good reminder. Okay. Yep.
Oh yeah, while it's not your turn, everyone can. Ooh, so close. You want to fate point that?
So early for a fate point.
As a reminder, one of our house rules we're playing with, at the midway point, you guys get 1 fate point back.
No, I will not.
Okay. So you fire off. The shot goes wild, and that bolt of plasma drifts off into space. Regis, what are you doing?
Regis is trying to find a way to measure everything. Let's see.
Well, and should Sean's soldiers have acted as well, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what are your soldiers doing? They got to move into 3-6. So 6 if they're moving full, 3 if they're moving and trying to do something else. They got a las gun, which is also on the screen, which is awesome. Las guns have a 100-meter range, so that is definitely within range, and can be fired at a semi-auto rate. Semi-auto burst.
Maybe I said. I'm sure I would have said something inspirational. Just fill it in, and
Well, it is great. No one can hear you.
right.
It's like the end of fight
He
in
did it
Shazam. Like, I can't hear what you're saying. What do you?
Right. But that's not going to stop me. You know that. So.
Oh, I would expect nothing other. So remember, they can move 3 and shoot single shot. If they're going to do multiple shots, they do need to remain in place.
Yep. So I think my 2 guys.
Oh, we're just going to finish up
well,
the captain's. We didn't go with his troops yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot mine.
So we're just going to go with his. Then we'll go with your turn, Regis.
This guy just moved half move,
Yeah.
and he's firing.
Okay, who's he shooting at?
He's shooting at this guy right here.
Okay, so it's a 30% short range. Oh, did some clever player put the gun on the Mortis Bravati's sheet?
There's the crew. Oh, I don't know about
We talked about it.
Gun. Oh, did they? No.
Did I?
It's
Let me do
not there.
this then. Which I guess we have to quickly go to skills. Or no, we have to go to here. There we go. 30. Boom. Then we go to combat. Then we go to last gun. Last gun is 1d10 plus 3 damage. Range
So we'll
is-
all be able to use the last gun in the combat tab for our troops.
Exactly, yeah. And then that way you need not roll just separate things. And we're using Chrome again, so all the buttons should function again. Remember last time we had issues where some of the skills didn't show up properly.
Indeed.
Okay, so I think the last gun should be entered properly on the combat tab. You can go ahead.
No pen, right?
Take it
no
up for-
penetration for last guns?
No penetration for last gun, no.
All right. Okay, attacking. Let's see. Oh, for them, it's short range?
Yeah, 0. 100 meters, so that is within short range.
Okay.
One of the upsides to the
Single
last gun.
Single shot. Ah.
It's not a
good.
great shot. Okay. Once you're, I'm assuming that your other 3 are doing that. Click it 3 more times.
Yep. Okay, here it comes. All right.
Okay. 2 more.
Okay.
One more.
Oh my goodness.
You're getting all those bad rolls out of the system. That's good. The nameless minions can get that shit out of the way, and then
There we go.
There you go. 1 degree of success, but they get to dodge. However, I'm using the actual rules now, not my cheating rules where they get to use their full agility.
Yep.
So let's see here. Okay. Where's the rules for Space Marine? I mean, no, it's not Space Marines.
Oh god, I hope they're not Space Marines.
No, you gotta be fucking zorched. Yeah, if so.
Yeah.
All
14
right.
Space Marines, a little
Yeah.
overkill there.
That
I
is a
think.
hit. So it's 11 to the right arm, and their armor. Yeah, oh, it's on my screen as well, I think. Take it back, screen. You're pretty awesome. That. Look at that.
Nice.
Okay. So that one, it was, its armor is pierced. Oh, did you roll damage yet?
Not yet. All right.
Was that what the 11 is? Oh, that's the location. Yeah. 10 points of damage.
Nice.
All right. So here we go. So one, I'm just going to put a dot on him because that will be... There we go. He's going to have to patch his suit next round.
Nice.
All right. So, sorry, James. That is Regis's turn is done. It is your turn. What are you doing?
All right. So, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you know-
That's a move. Can I lie down?
Like
As
dive
well?
to the ground? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'll hit the dirt
Okay.
at that point. Now my armsman will.
Yeah, and also I'm going to assume that Almamid is going to do the same thing. I'm going to change her token so she doesn't have such a long display name. There we go. Voila. She jumps over and lands down next to you. Oh, she's
Okay.
wrong person. Where are you? Where are you, Alessandra? Or not Alessandra. There you are. Okay.
Yeah. She goes behind. Yep.
Yep. Okay. And then what are your troops doing?
So my two guys top left will shoot at the two guys that the captain was just shooting at.
Okay.
So 1-to-1. So the first guy will shoot for the wounded guy.
Go ahead.
Do the semi-auto because he's not moving.
Oh, if he's not moving, then yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's no aim. Short range.
He has tried to dodge as well, so doesn't have another dodge in him. That is a hit. Go ahead, roll damage. Okay. Hits them again. And again, you can't hear anything. I'm going to keep making noises because I'm a child, but it's you picture in all you're seeing is flashes of light and air being expelled, as well as viscera. Let's see here. There's 2 holes in his suit now. And then your second one?
And semi-auto.
No. Okay. And you have 2 more guys to move.
Man.
Or did they move up with you?
Yeah, did he hit? Didn't he, this guy?
It says 0.9.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah.
It says attack hits, despite it doesn't.
Yeah.
The other guys will shoot the guys on the bottom far right.
Okay.
Bottom right.
Yep.
I'm just trying to measure it, but I'm assuming he's
It's
just
100
a normal
meters
range.
to get to them. Yeah.
So
like,
he's normal range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's actually short range to, I think, anyone they can see is still short range with the last gun.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
And one more.
One more. Come on, big money. There you go. Okay, and they were not firing at the same one. They were firing at someone down below.
Yep, they're shooting to the guys on the
can
bottom.
try and
Furthest
dodge.
to the right at the bottom.
Yeah, I did not dodge. So go ahead and roll damage. Ooh, nice shot.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a potential. What do you call it?
Right, his
you know
fury.
what? We're gonna not do it for the NPCs because it'll take for fucking ever with the amount of minions we've got. So that one also has to patch something on the suit. Then it is Alessandro. What are you doing?
Okay, Alessandro, excuse me, is going to move a lot because his gun does not shoot very far.
Okay.
He'll follow. He'll stay with the captain.
Okay.
So he'll move with the captain.
I'm going to zoom in for the folks at home.
Oh, actually, sorry, he's one back though because he's not as fast as the captain.
Okay.
And then my guardsman.
Is Alessandro shooting?
No, his thing only shoots 35 meters.
That I think is the
Okay.
medium range. You can shoot up to twice that.
Oh,
Hold on.
is that really? It's only 23 meters?
Which weapon do you have? The hand cannon,
It's
right?
a hand cannon, yeah.
Yeah, 35 meters is the medium range. Beyond that, I think it's double. Where is it here?
And you're saying this measuring tool's right?
Yep.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess he can shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I imagined it was so much farther.
Well, because
okay,
we use,
sure.
I think a lot of other maps we use 2 meters per square. Like Savage Worlds, we use 2.
So he's
There's a
shooting
tight little area that this is all happening in, and then
single shot.
It'll be okay. So
Hey.
is it within short? So is within?
Yeah, it's within 35. Yeah,
So did you put it as short range or did you put it as in range?
in range.
Perfect. Okay, so that's a hit. And which one were you firing at?
The guys on the top. Who's got a little stopwatch there? Those guys.
Yeah, the injured guy.
Right
Okay,
over
so you
here?
can't dodge. Go ahead, roll damage.
Okay. Damage. 1 hit.
Okay, nice shot. Now you can get Emperor's Fury. So go ahead and roll that.
That's on your sheet.
Yeah,
You have Righteous Fury on
Righteous
your
Fury.
button.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And no,
Oh.
no righteous fury, but still that is enough. Actually, that one. Which one is my? So one next.
Yeah.
You didn't get my initiative tracker. Okay, then it is your.
Oh, wait,
troops.
it's my guardsmen.
Yeah.
They're dropping like right where they are, like, you know, down to like shooting position essentially.
Okay.
And they're gonna just fire.
Okay.
Actually, they're gonna fire at that guy on the flank there. They're gonna try and stop
up.
us from getting flanked. So las gun times 4, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, and these are these supposed to be short range for them?
Soldier short range, but a minus 6 is not gonna 10% won't make a difference there.
No.
Okay, and then you have.
Yeah, there's just a lot of clicks for each one.
They could normally, if they've crouched, no, because that's going to be. I'm assuming they're trying to get a benefit of a smaller profile.
There we go.
Okay,
And one more.
go. There you
Hey!
go. Nice. Go ahead. So that one can dodge. Does not. Go ahead. Roll damage. 6. Ooh. Well, you do get through its armor, so it does have to. They have to patch your suit next round. That I believe is it for your guards. Godwin, what are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, so Godwin is going to just crouch down and pull his cloak of concealment over most of his body
Okay.
and pull out his bolter.
Okay. So I think that's it for him then.
Yep.
Okay. And then what about your guards?
His guards spot. Do they spot these guys down in the bottom? Like, do we see those?
I think you can assume they do. Yeah. Oh, do we? Oh, yeah. Your guys just started shooting, Jeff. Yeah, we assume they do. Yeah.
Okay. Then they're going to run,
Okay.
and that's
6.
a total of
Oh no, they're running.
it's 3 times.
They can run 18.
Okay, so then they can get into behind this rock here.
Okay.
At least this guy can. So right there, I gotta stop using this stupid pointer. It's 18 for that guy. His buddy will be just behind that.
Okay.
We're kind of run in, slide in, try and get some cover by this rock, and keep us from getting flanked.
Oh yeah, and remember that if the target, if you run, it makes it you harder to hit.
Yeah, because you're a moving target.
Yeah.
But they're also not shooting because it's too hard to shoot and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the case? Isn't that what? I thought that's what running did as well.
Yeah, I was just looking at that on the PDF. Run, move triple, enemies minus 20 BS, and
Okay, I
plus
thought so.
20
Yeah.
WS.
Okay, so they've moved over. All right, so then it is. Let's see here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are shooting. The ones need to patch his suit, so he's done that. Then 1, 2, 3. Oosh. Okay, so let's do this. Where your troops are the ones who are up front, so they're going to take the brunt of the fire first. So let's see here. I have. Let's see. All right, so these are against a 35 against you. I got 4 on your guys there, Godwin.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so those miss. And then I have against a 55 against your troops. Oh, so that was against Godwin's. This is against yours, Alessander. 55 hit with multiple shots because they're firing multiple. So, Alessander, give us a D100 roll. They need a 15 or higher. to dodge. 15 or less to dodge.
Stupid turn orders in the way of my place thing.
No. Okay. Well, there's a possibility he could live, but it's not great. It did hit 3 times here.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Here we go.
So how do you hit multiple times? If you roll really low, is that how it works?
Yeah, because I rolled low.
Yeah, if you do, yeah. If you fire on semi-auto, which is a full,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
you get a +10, and every 2 degrees you get an extra hit.
Yeah, unfortunately, so one of your guys is zorched by it. I have 3 more shots here. So, 2 more shots. 2 more shots. Okay, so it's 55. It's a hit as well. That one can dodge too, Jeff?
Oh, so my guy again?
Yep.
100. Nope.
Okay. That's another one. And the final one. 55. Miss. All right. So the surface of this asteroid is just turned into a light show as these las guns are going off. This guy needs to patch a suit. And then these guys. Ooh. We're going to start with troops here. So I got 2 against the top left ones there, Regis. That's a hit. You can dodge.
Right.
Nope. Okay, so but I only hit with 2. You take this is after applying DR. You take 5 points of damage to one of your guys there, and then he's gonna have to patch his suit next round. Fuck me. You can dodge that one as well.
That work. Up arrow. Down.
Go. Ah, so close. He is dead, unfortunately. Then it is 2 more against your guys there, Captain Aquade. So 55. It's a hit. When roll parry or dodge for your guy. 15.
Okay. Oh, 15. Okay.
Ooh. Okay. And that is 9 points of damage total to him. He will have to patch a suit. So if you want to just mark the leftmost of your yellow tokens there. And the final shot, 55. Miss. All right. That is it for the baddies.
What should I mark, Kevin?
9 damage.
Okay. All right. And am I? Do you want to put a stopwatch on him?
Oh yeah. So, whichever. I think it's the leftmost one is the one I hit.
Okay.
Okay. And you
So
didn't
do our
take...
guys have any armor to take off the 9?
I'm taking that into account for when I'm calculating.
Cool.
Did you guys adjust the tokens or not?
I don't know. We have access to them, do we?
Yeah.
Don't have.
You don't have?
Oh.
No, I don't have.
I guess I do. Oh, I can do the stopwatch. Never mind.
Yeah, and you should.
Got it.
Hold on. Yeah, you guys should be able to access and edit all those tokens too.
All right, very good. I did it. Got it.
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Bystander apathy. You guys got to try before you say you can't do it. Okay.
I thought I couldn't, but something happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't. Or maybe if I zoom in, let me try zooming in and see if that helps.
Yeah, because you have. Because you're in measuring tool.
Apologies.
That's quite all right.
Now I can.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
All right. That is the end of the round, guys. Everyone click on their token. Go ahead and click on initiative. For those listening at home, it is not rules as written to roll initiative every round, but we do this in so many other games, and it's a lot of fun. Okay. I only got a 5 on mine. Oh! All right. So then.
It's all right, Captain. I've got this.
Okay. Godwin, you're up first. What are you doing? So I'm assuming you were trying to hide last time, right?
Well, he was trying to use his cloak of concealment.
And what does the cloak do?
Just-
Does it give you a bonus to your concealment?
Yeah, as long as you're not moving, you get a plus 10% to concealment.
So why don't you give us a concealment check? Please. Plus 10. I'll give you actually make it a plus 20 because there's a lot of stuff to hide yourself and to lose a target through around here. Ugh, that ain't good. You want to fate point that?
Nope.
Okay. So you're doing.
Maybe I started. So I just thought it was going to give me some kind of degree of hiding while I'm turning and shooting, but I guess that doesn't really help.
Not so much, no.
Yeah. So you see Godwin hide behind his cloak, thinking he's all hidden, and then he like boo 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 with the bolter. Not really all that hidden.
Well, good to put your cloak on the outside of your void suit, though. That's bold. What do you wish to do with this turn?
Gonna bolt gun this dude.
Which guy?
This guy on the left is up by himself.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead.
Actually, my bolt gun's got a 90-meter range, so I can really shoot at anybody, right?
Yep. With him, he's in short range for your bolt gun. For sure. Yep.
Okay.
Actually, I think everyone on the map will be within. Yep.
Well, he's going to shoot at the very top left, dude.
Okay. Go ahead.
And so it's short range?
It is in range. Short range
In
is
range?
half of the range of your weapon.
Okay, so my range is 90 meters.
Oh, then it would be short range, yeah. Go right ahead.
And a single shot. A lot of modifiers. Boom.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Going dodge. Yeah, I dodged. I got a 10 right on the nose. So the shot goes off, and he's able to get himself out of the way, having had a hole in his suit once. He didn't like that. So half action. I don't think you can move in this game after you attack, though.
No.
Okay.
So then could you do like a multi-attack or something instead, if that's all he was planning to do was
You
shooting?
could. You know what? So you've got between now and your next round to ponder the options for combat. What are your minions doing?
Okay, so the guys are just going to open fire with multi-attack on, because they're not moving.
Well, it's not multi. So let's use the correct nomenclature because there's a bunch of different attack modes, and the character sheet I think says it for you. You're using semi-auto,
so
right? There is that handout with the combat options on.
Gun. Okay.
Yeah, and you can fire this in semi-auto.
Okay. So no aim, in range.
And there's the handout if you guys.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I was just looking at that. But what is their distance here?
For a lasgun short range, it's 100.
And these guys are both really close.
Yeah.
Okay. So attack, short range, lane. Click. Semi-auto.
Yep.
So no other modifiers. Nope. Repeat.
Okay, that is a miss. You have 3 more to shoot with. Oh. Yes, you do. Yeah, 3 more. That is a hit.
So that's at the top
Do
guy.
not dodge. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
They're firing at the guys on the bottom, I take it. Bottom of the map.
And how many hits is that?
That would be 3. 3 hits. Okay. One of them is gone.
And then attack. No aim. Range. Semi-auto. No mods.
That is a hit. That will be a different guy, so they can dodge. Don't dodge. Go ahead and roll damage. That's 2 hits.
2 hits?
Yeah. It's every 2 degrees, right?
Oh, right.
It's once every 2
Right,
degrees.
for semi. Sorry, you're right. Yeah. So that first one would
it's
only
only
been
one?
2 hits, and that actually, you know what? Actually wouldn't have been enough to get rid of that guy. Because it's only... There we go.
8 and 9.
Yeah. Okay. So that second one, nice. That's a hit. Oh, it's every 2, so I won't be the first one that hits. But
that's
that
fine.
does kill the other guy. Okay.
Okay. And then last guy,
Okay.
semi-auto. Cancel. No aim. Short range. Semi-auto. Submit.
Okay. Oh, great hit. Were they focusing fire on the same guy?
No, the top 2 are at the top 2, and the bottom 2 are at the bottom
Okay,
2.
and I get a dodge. That is... I rolled the wrong dice. That's a fail. Okay, so go ahead and roll damage. That is 3 hits. Wait, that is... Yeah, 3 hits. Okay. That is not great, though.
Boop, boop, boop.
Okay. So got some, but not a lot of damage. Godwin, it is the end of your turn. Captain Aquade, what are you doing?
Let me see here. I am going to run into position behind this cover here.
Okay. And then what are your troops doing? One of them will be
And I will
patching
say
a
that-
hole.
With my quick draw, I will be drawing my power sword, if
Nice.
that's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yes, with your quick draw. Yeah. Okay. Yep, go and position yourself, and then one of your
Okay.
troops, I'll get rid of that token. You get 3 troops who can do something today. Or this round. Today.
Ask me how. So, yeah, I'm going... Yeah, I think they're just going to fire. They don't need to follow me.
Okay.
So they are going to stay in place and will focus fire on... I think
what we'll
we
do,
go-
guys, just because
Yeah.
to speed things up a bit, I think I'm just going to apply the hits wherever.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like whatever is the closest, we'll apply hits to there. It's just going to take too long for each of these, and that will sort of reflect the chaos of battle. Because there's not, in particular in a case like this, there's not perfect communication to be able to share targets or whatnot. You're firing at whatever you've got an opportunity attack at. So just go ahead and roll the hits. I'll roll appropriate dodges, and then we'll apply them where we need.
All right. So it'll be half action. I want to... we'll do half action aim. Half action
Okay, so single
aim.
shot and half action aim.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
It just fixes a hole. You see that? Remember the opening scene where the guy gets his helmet shot in Saving Private Ryan, and then like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm alive, and then gets killed.
Oh, yeah.
That's this dude right here. Just patch his suit and gets zorched again. Go ahead and roll with your next 2.
All right.
Okay, it's a miss. Go ahead and roll your next one.
Okay.
That is a hit. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
That is still not enough. My goodness. Here we go. Okay.
I got 3 guys. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Then it is Regis. What are you doing?
Right,
You're
so
undercover
I
right
will-
now, or you're prone at least.
Permanently. So I'll get my boys to do their
Yep.
shooting.
Okay.
So they'll go semi.
You have 3 left. Go right
3
ahead.
left.
And are they gonna aim as well?
They're doing semi-auto.
Oh, semi-auto. Okay.
So you're not attacking Regius?
I'm doing my guys first.
Okay. Because I'm gotta give out my
It's a miss.
my command bonus at some point.
Captain, you got Captain to do.
Right.
I guess what you were really doing was effectively role-playing the lack of communication between...
Right.
I appreciate that, Sean. So I always said about you, it's a subtle role-playing that always...
Yeah.
Also, retroactive justification is always a good thing, too. So that is a hit, and it's the same... Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, I've got 2 hits.
Two
as well.
hits, yeah.
2 hits. Right,
Come on.
damage.
Big money.
2 hits.
That is finally enough. Now, he is my initiative tracker, so I'm just going to put a extra. But this guy is just riddled back and forth. You still have... No, that's all your 3 remaining ones.
That's my 3 boys.
Yeah, so what are you doing, Regis? You're currently prone next to the astropath.
I will try and shoot the boy that is wounded
Down to the bottom there?
south of me.
Okay.
So let me... Sorry, I tried measuring earlier, but I think he is...
What's your weapon again?
Hell pistol, so 35 meters.
Help us. I think he might be in medium range, actually. How far away he is? There you are. He is... No, he's within range. 31 meters.
That's what I was hoping. He's the one guy who's within range.
Yep.
Right. So.
It's very capturing the Warhammer 40K experience by having a bunch of measuring tools crisscrossing the board at different points.
Yeah, totally.
So heal semi-auto,
Okay.
and that's normal in range. Met.
We go.
Sorry for the delay.
Come on. That is a hit. With semi-auto, that is with 2. Go ahead and roll.
2 hits.
He's
Well,
I
he's
can't
gonna enjoy
technically
this.
dodge with this guy. I did not dodge. Go ahead and roll damage.
With penetration of 7, and
Yeah. Yeah, it displays. Oh, man. So, yeah. This shot goes... Again, there's no sound in this. But it just... right leg. His leg is blown off, and he begins slowly drifting back down to land. So he is dead. So I think it goes to leg... Yeah, leg. So it's just up his leg twice. You've blown it clean off. Alessander, you're up next. What are you doing?
Nice. Okay. Excuse me.
You have 2 guys left in addition to yourself.
Right. Yeah, they are just gonna fire from where they are.
Okay.
Because they're not getting up because they saw 2 of their friends drop. So they will use semi-auto. So.
Alessandro, are you going to attack?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give my bonus to you.
So the first guy misses.
That's a miss.
Second guy. Oops. Fires. Oh, so close.
Yep.
And then Alessander is gonna move.
Okay.
I'm just deciding exactly where. It's a big map.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain.
It's mostly featureless, too. So
Yeah.
a lot of cover around there, but...
Let's try to make sure I saw where Sean went, because he'll follow the captain. So he'll move.
Top left.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move 1, 2. Actually, yeah, he's gonna move 1, 2, 3 there by this guard.
Oh, the talent does say whoever can hear him. So maybe it doesn't apply. It actually says hear him.
Yeah.
then-
Well, we'll do it for next round.
I just want to make sure I can reach this guy. Oh, I can't even reach
It's
the whole
almost like
map.
they can hear your captain's voice in your head.
It's fair.
Oh, so if I shoot, Kev, what happens if I shoot outside of the range of my gun? It's a penalty? Is that correct? Or I can't
minus
do it?
10. Minus
Okay.
10 for...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think you can set it to
Yeah.
the proper range, though. Like when it
Yeah,
prompts you for the
there's
range.
an option. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so attack. So no aim. And it's long range. There we go.
Okay. still a hit. Nice.
Oh, nice shot.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, man. The dice went from, I rolled an 11, and then it fell over to a 19, so it was not a successful dodge. Which one did you shoot there?
Like the guys in front of the captain. He's like over on the edge.
On the edge of the map? Yeah, you got it.
This way.
Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you have to roll damage separately. Okay. Uno hit.
Ooh, that's a lot. Wow, okay. Another one gone. Then your guys, what are they doing? There's two
They
left.
already acted.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, they shot from where
Then
they were.
it is their turn. Okay, so one of them turns and gestures, and then
Is it a rude gesture?
it's one of them like sweet commando kind of like those people who fake being American Sign Language translators on the news sometimes. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay. Okay. These guys are deploying something here.
That's probably not good.
Yeah. Did I not mention these are secret Necrons? Yeah. I do have stats for those too, thanks to Deathwatch.
That works better in Deathwatch, I suspect.
Yeah, you guys become greasy smears otherwise.
It's always nice, isn't it, that the Space Marines start with 13,000 XP.
Yeah. Well, and their armor is bonkers.
Yeah, and their unnatural toughness and all the rest of it.
Well, we played with the one session I played with Sean. Like I shot his character and I felt real bad before, and then I rolled damage and he's like, "I don't take any." His armor. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't feel as bad shooting you now because he was mowing through orcs like they were nothing.
So what you're saying is we only need one Space Marine to join the crew, and we would just be never afraid again.
Basically. Yeah. Okay.
Captain, get on it.
So let's see here.
Begin recruiting procedure. Stars.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. They toss something. Let me see if this
Their
works.
cookies in their helmet. You're so sick of this.
Yeah.
Losing this fight.
Underpaid, long hours.
I'm intrigued how they're going to get a Space Marine into the Rogue Trader video game. The justification.
I think it's a Space Wolf character in it, and they do whatever the fuck they want. So he could be on a, whatever, like I don't know. I think the Vikings have an equivalent, something called a Musha Shigayo, which is like a warrior pilgrimage for Bushido, for samurai. It's a similar type of thing. You go out, wander around, get adventures and
Kill
shit.
as many people as you can to really experience the universe, and then go back to work.
Or they've also got some. I mean, they've got like a weird scald kind of thing in their chapter as well. So it could be like someone searching. There's some like relic of Space Wolf stuff. Of most of the chapters, that's one I can genuinely see like going really off script or off doctrine, I suppose. Okay, so they've the two up top there deployed. What that is some kind of, it is the void equivalent of a smoke grenade that is deployed out there. That is why you guys suddenly cannot see what's happening behind there, because they are moving. Then these ones are gonna, oh captain, you have presented yourself as a tempting target. So
I was going for cover up there, if that's possible.
Unfortunately, as I mentioned, this is mostly ice and dust, so cover will do fuck all. It doesn't make you harder to hit. It just provides you some extra armor In this case, that will be extremely limited. So, particularly against laser blasts. Here we go. I have 55 percent. Oh, you ran though, so I got 35% chance to hit you. Here's to hoping. Oh, I have a 45% chance because you're in short range. You want to dodge that?
We will dodge.
That is currently 3 hits I've got on you.
Okay. Let's see here. Ooh.
That is a success, so you're only hit by 1.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see here. The ice and armor, or the ice and then whatnot, is going to reduce it by another 2. So, and your void suit, I think. I think we said 3 for the void suit. So you have a total of 6. A total of 6 armor. But I did roll 10 points of damage. So you will take 4 of those, Captain. You're only hit by 1. And
let's see, a regular armor, is it so does it underneath, and is it the only
you can't stack with a void suit? No.
Okay. And,
unless you're the armor you normally wear, it has some kind of protection against the void. You would need to be wearing the void suit.
Gotcha. And the void armor is going to be the one, not the underneath one.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, again, there is no underneath one because you cannot wear them both.
I got you. Can't wear them both. Got it.
So then you have taken. You also will have to seal your void suit because you got a hole in it now. Attack number 2. It's just barely a hit, but you have dodged.
And sorry, how much damage did I take last time?
Last time you took 4 total after all deductions. This time you actually take none because between the ice is shooting through. Oh, hold on. Actually, there's different locations. What did I roll? 45, 54 is... 54 is in your body, so unfortunately the extra 3 does not count. You take 1 more point of damage.
Okay.
And then the final burst... that's, I think, all 3. Oh, it's semi-auto, so it'll be 2 of them. So, go. The first one is 1... Oh, hold on. Hit location is 12. That's your right arm. The first one is is 1... yeah, it'd be 1 point of damage. The second one would be 12. Would be 6 points of damage.
All right, 6 points of damage.
So 7 points of damage total is what you'd take from that last 2. How are you? You still up?
I'm not.
No. Okay. So which one reduced you below 0? Is that the second one?
Second one.
Okay. So let's see here. That was in your right arm. So. Oh, that's ship locations. That will be a very weird description. Your Auspex sensors are knocked out, Captain. If I roll criticals on that. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Just a dumb thing, but with 2.8 degrees of success, would he not have dodged 3? All 3?
No, because you don't go to round. Oh, yeah, he would have. Yeah. So the first one was what? 3 points of damage.
4. First one was 4.
First one was 4. Okay, so does that put you into the positives? How much below 0 were you?
I think it would. Let me think. Let's see. I was 11, and then so there was still at 11, and then I took a point, so that would go down to 10, and then I did. What was the last amount of damage I took?
7.
So yeah, I'm still up.
So you're still up, and just have a bunch of holes in your suit. There you go, Captain.
All right.
Your crew is supporting you. All right. Then it is, however, you are badly fucked up right now. That brings us to the end of the round, guys. Why don't we roll initiative, and then we'll take our mid-session break. So, and anyone who has not spent a fate point yet, you're not going to get one, because you don't get on top in excess of what your total, your max is. Everyone's going to beat my 8 in total for the other guys.
Yeah,
Is there a fate
chance I
point
can...
spend? Can you use fate for initiative? Fate point initiative?
Nope, because
What
you
about
get
fate
them.
for hit points?
You need to spend it beforehand. Take this as a cautionary tale. Yeah, you
about-
can
I know
recover
about
hit points.
Yeah,
But there's a
there
fate
we go.
point initiative button on the. I just noticed it while I was about to roll initiative.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
that?
Yep. Okay. There we go.
So it's just hard to find my token.
Yeah. It's just,
So the fate point initiative is not using fate points?
if there's one on there, you can use it, but you cannot then get the one you're going to get in mid-session.
Oh, okay.
It needs to be
Then
spent
bother.
beforehand. Okay. And yeah, you can spend it. There is one of the options to gain like 1d5 wounds back.
Yep.
I mean, that's what people have been using to clear out the things at the end of a session.
Yeah.
Wise spending. Okay. So then we got everyone. Let's take our mid-session break, guys, and then we'll come back and see what happens. Let me put you guys in order here. There we go. Nice. Rogue Trader PC. Oh, because that's Captain Aquari. That must be you. The role display. Yeah, it's a weird. It's not displaying Captain Aquari's name. It's displaying Rogue Trader PC.
Oh.
You might have said it that way at some point.
I mean, I didn't, without intending to. I'm not sure what the situation. Oh, wait. You know what? I think it's. I think we're good now. Let me do a.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah. You did during care gen, I think, and then we haven't noticed yet. Okay, cool.
There
Great.
we go. There we go.
Perfect. Then we will be back in a couple of minutes then for those listening at home, and then we'll see what our heroes. Okay, did everyone roll initiative? Yeah, got everyone in order here. Great. We'll be back momentarily.
So when you're trying to calculate the serving size of chips, like say Doritos, these little tiny pieces that are like less than half, you round those down, right, to 0?
Oh yeah, that's not even that doesn't calculate at all, Dave. That's nothing.
Yeah. You basically got to eat a half chip or bigger for it to count towards your serving size.
Right. And if the bag happens to be a little crumpled and lots of pieces are like that, I mean, what are you to do? That's a pretty low calorie bag then.
Yeah, pretty much. I usually give them a bit of a squish, make sure they're all broken.
Good idea.
Kev's camera is flicking back and forth. It's like a ghost in the machine. Well, we're gonna finish this bottle off tonight.
What is it?
It's a little Bin 27 Reserve Port.
Oh, nice.
Fonseca. Hope I'm saying that right.
Seems like a nice sipper for a game of shoot 'em ups in space.
Yeah. It's a little blood red.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin, quick question. So you were taking off my void armor, right?
Yeah.
Did you take off my toughness bonus?
Oh, I did not. No. What's your toughness bonus? Oh, wait.
3.
Yeah. 3. You can give yourself 6 points back, too.
All right. Cool.
All right. So then, okay, we're all back. Godwin, you are up first. What are you doing?
Cover fire for Captain Aquari.
Okay.
Maybe not cover fire, but he's gonna shoot at this one down here.
Sorry, which one, Dave?
To the left, the bottom of the 3.
Yep. Okay, got it. Yep.
And semi-auto with the bolt gun is only 2 shots, but we'll give that a fire.
Okay.
Can you half aim with semi-auto?
No, because it's a full round action.
Oh, semi-auto is a full round action. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So no aim. Still short range. Semi. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam.
You know, fate point that?
I'm not helping the captain much. Sure, why not? It's early in the second half.
Heck yeah. Remember, you can't spend your fate point to gain a +1 or +10 to your roll too beforehand.
Go.
Oh, okay. Godwin, your guys, how many of you guys got left here?
He's got 4.
So they have line of sight to the guys on the top, but they do not have to the ones on the bottom.
Right. So I think not knowing what's going on in the blackness there, they're just going to reposition themselves to like maybe have better cover.
Okay.
Even though it's only ice and rock, ice and dust.
Okay. And it is, let's see
That's
here.
it, that's all.
Okay. None of them are shooting?
I don't think they have line of sight to the other guys, do they?
They do to the ones on the top. Right?
Okay. I'm just zooming out here. Okay, so single shot.
Okay.
Um,
It's still
You should
short
take it.
range for the las pistol or las rifle.
May as well semi. You get a plus
He
10 as if
moved
you were
them.
aiming, and you. Ah, okay.
yeah, but they moved.
Oopsie. Apologies.
Okay. Oh, that's a miss. 3 more. That's close, though. That's a hit. Dodge. It does not dodge. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh,
Doesn't get through the armor. Go ahead.
it's a punch a hole.
It does not.
Doesn't even punch a hole in the armor. Come on, guys. What are you doing over there?
It's a mess. And 1 more. Hey, sweetie. Anna has joined us. And she's given a stink eye to my stack of books because she can't get up in the ottoman. Ugh. Okay. That is the end of your turn. So we have L Troopers again. Captain. 55% chance of... 65% chance of hitting you now.
Do our flunkies do anything, Kev?
Yours did already.
No, the my shoulders. There's Therasius, Zoil, and...
You guys have not brought them up yet, so they have been doing nothing.
Okay, so I'm bringing them up now so somebody else can do something.
Yep, and around. Okay, here we go. That's a hit, Captain. And roll dodge.
All right.
Okay, that is only 1 hit. And that is 7 points of damage total to the... Let's see here. That actually is your legs, so you're going to have 3 more armor. You would have 9, so it doesn't even get through your armor.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, it does get through your armor, but you've already got a hole anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. You're going to need to patch this round anyway.
All right.
Attack number 2 as a fail. I think a critical fail, actually. It's 98 is a critical fail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like it.
So, his gun jams. And then final. Miss as well.
Nice.
Okay. And then the ones on the bottom.
Do mysterious things.
Yep. They are going to be repositioning as well. Then, Captain Aquade. And I think I'm not going to make you guys make... We were talking about last time making a tech use roll. I think you just need to spend a full action patching, and that's it.
Okay.
This stuff is pretty... You know, that gif of that dude slapping a piece of tape on a draining pool? That's basically all you're doing. So, what about your troops, your house guard?
And it's automatic, Kev, the patch?
Yeah, automatic success with that. It'll spend 1 round, you'll patch whatever holes you got on you.
I'll take off my stopwatch then. All right. They're going to fire away. They're going to fire away on, whoever you want. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Are they doing semi-auto?
Yeah.
Or a single shot with
think-
aim?
Yeah, I know that was always the choice. I think they're gonna go aim.
Okay.
So aim, short range.
Yep.
Single shot.
That's a hit with
Nice.
2.
Just single shot.
Oh, just single shot. That is a good hit then. Okay. That is a yeah. So oh, you rolled twice. Okay.
I have
yeah.
no explanation of how it rolled twice.
Hit the body. That is a hit. So one of them is going to be dealing with a what do you call it? A hole for next
Patch.
round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 more.
There's one.
No, 2 more.
Nice.
3 more. That's a hit as well. Go ahead, roll damage.
I think I've only got 3 guys left, right, Kev? 3
You were
guys
doing
total?
yellow. No, you got 3. The only reason you used 3 last time is because one of them had to patch. Yeah, so you can know they can all fire this round.
So there you go. Got another hit there.
That's a hit. Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
There you go.
Nice. Okay. There flash 2 more. It's a solid hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
My guys are warming up.
You guys
They're
are
warming
really,
up, I
yeah.
say.
Well, Captain's in trouble here, so.
Yeah.
And that is enough for another one to go down. Then
Nice.
you have 1 more to shoot, I believe.
Yeah.
3.
They
Yeah.
can't miss.
It's pretty good. That is a leg, so they will get some extra armor on this one, but that's still enough to get through.
Captain's running over there, and they're going to drop everybody.
And the captain won't have hurt anybody. I think maybe I hurt one. I don't know.
Okay. Then it is Alessander. What are you doing?
Yes, Alessander. He is continuing to move to the captain's aid. 1, 2, 3. And shoot.
Okay.
This is aiming. Whoops, don't change that one. Oh, never mind. I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, here we go. No aim. Long range.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll
Nice.
damage. We'll have extra armor because it hits the leg. Go ahead. That doesn't get through the armor. Oh, but it's got 2 AP. Hold on. No, it does. It does. Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
armor piercing. Nice. Okay, then the other guys are. Well, one of them is going to aim because he didn't like missing.
Okay. Sounds are reasonable at short range.
Short range. Oh,
Okay.
the
One
other
more.
one. The other one though, he's still going semi-auto because he's just like, hey,
There you go. Go ahead and roll damage.
hey.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Go.
Good work, guys.
All right. Then it is Regis. What are you doing?
Right, well, I'll get my troopers to do their shooting semi-auto.
Okay.
And I'll get them done.
To hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
1 hit.
And to the body, so it does actually get through. Not quite enough. Go ahead and roll down. So a second attack. Do you have 2 left? You have 3. Oh, you got 3 left.
3 left.
Okay. Yeah, it's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Actually, you need not. I just realized that he's only got. Oh no! Hold on. That's not enough to get through the armor. That's assuming you'll be able to get him, but that is a grazing shot. You have 1 more though, don't you?
1 more, and here he comes.
Make it count. Here we go. No. Okay. Then it is the what is
Can I? Yeah. So that's my goons.
Oh yeah. What are you doing?
Can I shoot across? I'm not sure if our dear astropath is in the way or not. Shooting to these guys to the
If
left.
she was, you could have told her to like move. Because she could have
Okay.
acted before you, I suppose.
So I will then.
Can I
I'll
give
just
Maregius my bonus?
I think because of there's the no audio.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We're doing from now
Yeah.
on. Gotcha. Yep.
But it's good to remember
now
that though.
Yeah,
You're not as inspiring as you usually are.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
shouting back at him.
I think I'm still shouting in my helmet.
Oh,
though.
for sure.
Come on!
Yeah.
Semi-auto. It's a bit of a long shot, but let's give it a try.
There we go. But there you go. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, 2 hits as well.
And 7 AP, yeah. Vaporized him. And
Damned.
then our Arc Militant, what's he doing? The Astropath is doing nothing because she's just hiding.
As instructed.
Yep, but the Arc Militant does have that that laser or the las, whatever it is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Long las.
Is it their turn? That's it.
When he aims with it, it gives an extra +10.
Nice. Is it his turn?
It's his turn. Yeah, end of round. Dave, are you going with him?
I'm not familiar with who you're talking about.
Well, you were the one who you were asking about him. Is the reason I thought you were going to do something with him.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure what we were doing with them, if they had actions or not. So.
Yep. So he's got a character sheet, and he's got a long las. That's his ranged weapon. That's the only thing. And I do not believe he's got any. Let's see here. He has quick draw, but his weapon was already out. And that's really the only thing of interest that he's got on his sheet. So. It'll be short range with a long las, and if he does spend the round aiming with it, you'll have +20 to hit.
Okay. So we can do a half round aim and a shot?
Yes. Yeah. And then take an extra... Remember to add the 10 when it gives you the random modifier. So I think it asks you if you aim to ask you what mode you're firing in, right?
The aim, it lets you select what aim you do, and then it adjusts it.
Okay, so then just add when it gives you that untyped modifier, add an extra 10 in there. And remember, don't put a plus symbol or it'll implode. Close. Do you wish to spend one of his fate points?
Sure. He's shooting at that last injured guy.
Okay, go ahead. So we can take that guy down. Come on. There you... Whoa! Wow. 7.6. Okay. Ooh. Would you go ahead and roll damage? Holy shit.
Oh, and Righteous.
And Righteous Fury. And his Righteous Fury, it looks like he's rolling against a 77.
If you're a named character, you get Righteous Fury, is that correct?
Yeah. So just for the minions. There you go. So that is, what's it look like, Dave, as he snipes this guy from across the asteroid?
Yeah, I think it's just like shot to the head and just vaporizes all these particles and bits, and then the body falls.
Okay. And with that, you guys have, I can tell you the others have used that void smoke grenade to effect a retreat. So let me bring you back to here.
Interesting.
Oh, how many?
Fight another day. Oh wait, that's the bad guys.
How many guys did we lose here? If you guys wouldn't mind, take note of how many. You've got 2 left, Jeff. You have 3 left, James. I think the other squads are still whole.
Yep.
Okay. So. Let's see here. 2 left, Jeff.
I'm trying to headbutt everyone. Well done, headbutt. Nice job. Oh God, here comes the captain with his headbutting again.
Godwin kind of like steps back. And
well, you're like a what do you call it? Obnoxious American football player.
Right.
It's going to hit helmets against helmets.
Right.
God damn it! Stop doing that. All right. So then, guys. So with them, you have an opportunity to what do you call it? To collect yourselves and to what's the word I'm looking for here?
Patch your suit, Captain.
It's good.
Okay.
He's got it.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Reset. Or,
Reset. It is that. That's the vein I'm looking for. Yeah.
Huddle up, or
Yeah. It's all American football.
we can do a
references
group
from now on.
headbutt.
Yeah.
Group headbutt. Put all our heads in there. Put all our helmets.
Okay. So then, what do you guys make of that? So if once you've oh gosh, it's driving me nuts. I can't think of the word I'm looking. You're collecting everyone back together and
Regroup.
Regroup. Thank you. My goodness.
Yeah.
Reform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know if we can't do first aid. We can't at this point.
You
right?
cannot in void suits, not unless you want to. Yeah. You can spend your fate points if you like, because maybe the shot wasn't as bad as you thought.
Right. When you get a chance to look at it, it's not too bad.
Interesting.
Seems worth it to me personally, but
yes, I agree. I mean, I'm down 2, so I don't know.
Oh, you're only down 2. Okay.
Yeah, I got after the toughness bonus. Well, let me see. Maybe a few of us put our helmets together in any case for a chat. But well, it seems they know we're coming. I think that's safe.
It's safe to assume, Captain. I agree.
What you can see is that the if you send any of the guards forward to collect any of the people you shot down, they are wearing armored void suits. This is the kind of shit that pirates make use of. So it
or rogue traders, or would this be? What do you think?
I mean, rogue traders could, but like the reason you want armored void suits is because you're going to be in the void and engage in combat. This is not just like a typical void suit's got minimal protection for against weaponry and whatnot. These things are specifically designed to be brought into combat in the void. And it's rare, like, if you're trying to repel a boarding party, it is more advantageous to let them try and get on into narrowed corridors and shit like that and try and shoot them. Whereas armored void suits, you're only going to get it in fights in the void. You wouldn't station your people on the hull. So the time they're using those things is fighting other people trying to get on board or exposing, chambers to the void and then going in and fighting with them.
Could we take a good close look at the bodies of the down ones? Like, is there any ID or any kind of possible, uniforms or anything we could try to identify?
This is House Fell.
Oh, it is. Okay, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Absolutely. These are all from the what do you call it? Like, these are older. There's older uses these were put to back in the time of the Horus Heresy, but in this era, really the only use that you would have for this stuff in as a non-military unit or organization is as a pirate.
I see. Okay, it's not that we think they're from somewhere else. Okay. Yeah.
No, what it suggests is that there are all sorts of different ways to make money in this, and what he's prepared to do is just meet up with other ships and then board them and take their shit. That is one way to make money. Particularly if they can't report it, or if they can't, if they are Xenos or whatever.
What kind of weapons did these guys? It was lasers.
Yeah, just more a different model of lasgun.
I'm running a little low on ammo, so I may grab one actually.
Okay. So you can add a lasgun to your your list.
Right, we'll do that. Yeah.
You look like you're thinking there, Godwin.
Thoughts, Godwin?
Captain, do we want to...
Hey, Fluskin role playing.
Yeah, if you want to speak, everyone has to do this now.
Captain, do we want to take their suits or just leave them here to rot?
Suits have been blown to bits. There will be some repairs, and remember, you've got an entire... It's not the kind of game where you're going to need to be scavenging shit off of bodies, right? Like, that's not really...
Right,
Yeah. Because, like, you'd have to have a like, lump the stuff together and carry it around then, too, and that's more... you guys have enormous amounts of wealth. If you want to pick up this kind of stuff, you could probably do that next time you stop off.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
Understood. We'll press on then.
Maybe just laser power packs.
Indeed.
Okay.
I mean, he is the seneschal or whatever he's called, right? So of course he's thinking about money.
I'm thinking about money and
He
supplies.
is, but this is sort of the, like, you know, worrying about pennies when you should be worrying about hundreds type of situation. Like, this is...
Yeah.
What there is, though, you know what, that is something you do not have, is those... each one of them has 2 like, void smoke grenades on them. So, and it, like, they're not... You can't use them in atmosphere because they... it'll just disperse the stuff and it'll fall down. But in a void or in a in a void and low gravity environment, it'll disperse the shit like smoke would, and it would hold there.
Okay.
A traditional smoke grenade won't work in the void.
Mm-hmm. Let's each take one of those if there's enough.
Yeah, you
Sounds
definitely
good.
1 or 2 each, because you guys dropped 10 of them, and only 2 were used. So you can
Are they in the core?
Oh, so they're 2 each.
treat him as a smoke grenade, but it only functions in void.
Okay.
Void.
Very good.
So, what do you guys intend on doing now? Does this change your strategy whatsoever?
Should we hurry?
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, actually, this now probably means that probably in a less of a hurry. I mean, they already know we're here. They're already here. But we should press on. I don't know. I'm not sure what it changes. Anyone have any other thoughts other than pressing on?
I tend to agree, Captain.
Yeah.
But we kind of knew they knew, so we need to get to our target, where there are more than pennies.
Yes.
Precisely.
Indeed. Next time, we'll try to get you an eye shot there, Regius. See if we can't isolate you off somewhere to them.
Okay. So, as you approach the wreck of the Righteous Path, as a reminder, you can see that now that you're closer, you can see the faded majesty of the ancient treasure ship. Once an imposing vessel, it has now fallen to ruin. The hull is stripped of ornamentation, and its length is riddled with holes and scars. Most terrible of all the damage is a mighty rent halfway down its hull, where the ship has almost been broken in 2. Taller than a hab block, the rent has exposed dozens of decks. Ample ways of going in. And we can picture this through, like, the grainy lens of a, like, distance visi viewer kind of thing, and you maybe even Thasavas's scope. And he hands it to you, Captain, and says, look. So there's a question of whether or not there's anyone hiding there, because there is lots of places. Thasavas would think like a sniper. There's lots of places to position people to be raining down terror. The upside that you have is there are holes all around this thing. So there are smaller places you could probably get in as well. This is just the most obvious and easiest way in. You have a crew of 8 that we didn't include because you kept them back on the map. So you do have people who are there. If they can find a small enough hole, they could make it bigger as well. So the question is, I guess, a couple of things. First off, how do you want to approach the ship itself? Mindful that some folks have gone in. One thing, and potentially warned others, but if your comm units or Vox units are not functioning, theirs should not be either. So there is that.
Small consolation.
So what do you wish to do?
I was just going to say, well, Captain, maybe we should make use of our crew that we brought.
And
To cut a hole, like to cut a new hole. Like if we come in somewhere they're not expecting, then
yes, we did prepare for that. So it's a thought. It's a good
like
thought.
Move towards the ship maybe in such a way to minimize sniper angles, and then create our own hole into the hull.
Kevin, you said there's a lot of holes to go in, right?
Yeah, like there's the largest one is the easiest way to get in. It's the most obvious, but there are, if you spend some time looking around, you probably could find another way. You'd be going in a smaller basis. Whether there's power here or not will also have an effect on your ability to navigate around here. But if even if there is no power, you've brought the crew to be able to get you through all the different places you need to get to. The places that are going to be important, like it depends on, I guess, what your goal is. If your goal is to get a sense of the damage and get a sense of the manifest, then the bridge is the only place you're going to get that information. The bridge on all these ships, to make something this large function, there's a great deal of different prayers that the techno priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus have whispered and kept going, different psalms of a digital code that are repeated over and over, that all centralize that information back up on the bridge. You could go down and try and inspect stuff yourself individually, but it's a big ship, and taking a proper stock of it, if the riches that are on here are supposed to be in here are true to the legend, then you're talking about all the greatest wealth of an entire planet jammed into one hold. Trying to take stock of that is akin to, wandering around and counting all the boxes in that warehouse at the end of Raiders.
So essentially, we've got to eliminate the fell crew, because otherwise we're not going to be able to offload. We want more than just a few boxes.
Right, we've got to find those that escaped and finish them off.
There's likely to be more, because we didn't see. They all look pretty familiar, right, Kev? Like all the guys were wearing the same armor. There wasn't any leaders amongst the dead.
Didn't seem to be. No, there was no. Not like the crew that you guys would have among yourselves. Also, no psychers and no servitors.
Tricky thing is, right? They must have thousands like us. So we really ultimately need to find their ship and destroy it.
Oh.
In the end.
But if they did have access to that many people, I think what Thasavus, because he's your arch militant, what it would mean is either the force you ran into was one of many, many different defenses that they set up, and they just happened to use only small arms against you, with no heavy weapons, no other things. And there are other patrols that you just did not see as you were going in, and nothing detected your gunship coming in. Or they may be in a similar situation as you, where they can't leave the ship vulnerable with you guys out there. Because one of the things that Captain Aquari has been careful of as well, in the same way that you are not aware of what his ship is capable of, apart from the rumors, likewise, they don't know what the Mortis Probati can do.
Lots.
And bigger guns now.
It's big.
So the upside is that this cat and mouse thing that you guys have been playing thus far, it actually would make them have to be careful as well. So maybe they don't have... It could very well be that they have, 10,000 troops that are down here. But if so, where are they?
Right.
And why didn't they send more then?
I'm going to ask the captain that as well. Why didn't we send more?
We had our reasons, I'm sure.
Well, I think it was the same reason they may have had to. Like, you don't want to leave the ship vulnerable, right? If they commence a boarding action, if nothing else, seeing these guys, those void, basically like void assault troops, it's a good reason to not want to, get into a contested boarding action with the righteous, with the fell hand.
Right, well, let's clear off the rest of these anyway.
Yeah.
And then we'll need to figure out what to do with the fell hand later.
Regis, what psychic abilities what sort of sensing are you capable of? To let's maybe recanvas what the limits of your psychic abilities are.
Indeed.
While everyone else is effectively restricted to their peepers or augmented peepers, you may have something beyond that.
Sadly, nothing useful.
Ah, okay.
Next session, I'll have something more useful. I should have had it this session, but unfortunately.
Always next session. All right, so then, I'm just double checking, make sure that your astropath does not have anything of use as well.
And Kev, did they have pistols that I could have taken? I was interested in a pistol in particular.
They would not. No, I don't think so.
Gotcha.
Only because the clip of the las gun is quite big.
Gotcha.
And you're not going to be carrying, Well, hold on. Let me think about that. They might have las pistols on them as well. So it's not a super damaging weapon, but it's something that can be used effectively in the void. And yeah, last pistol. So you could take that. 1d10 plus 2 energy damage, 0 penetration, 30-meter range.
Mm-hmm.
On the upside, they're reliable. Oh, in which case that guy's gun didn't jam.
Yeah.
It's a
All that time ago, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't roll a 10 on there. You roll a dice afterwards, and if a roll potential jam, you roll a dice. If it's a 10, then it does jam. Otherwise, it doesn't jam. So
I'm going to take one of each right now and think about it as we're reconvening.
The downside is where you're going to put it, though, right? Because your voice is not necessarily designed to accommodate a holster.
Yeah, right now I'm just carrying them. I'm going to leave one, but I'm thinking about it as we're all powwowing.
Okay. Well, you guys have already left them behind, right? Because you guys are at the Righteous Fury now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just hoping that at the time I was going to be, more.
Sure. Yeah, that's not really. Whether you took one or the other is not going to be. Not much is going to turn on that. So.
Yeah.
What do you guys make of it then? What's the strategy here?
Well, Alessandro voiced his idea.
We'll avoid the sniper lanes and the obvious approach. Maybe we'll circle around to a side that's not doesn't have. And do we know where the bridge is, or have any idea of where on this type of ship it might be? Do we have some kind of ship knowledge?
Just like your vessel, every single one of these things is going to be unique. There's going to be generalities for where you go in what direction, but every single one of these things is a completely unique creation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You may remember that the Mortis Probati at one point was part of a Space Hulk, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the cursed nature that the relationship that Captain Aquari has to it. We cut to him. Yeah. Sean, I'm beginning to see a theme of your character standing shirtless before strange things on walls. I don't want to call attention to this.
But my father and my grandfather before him did this.
Exactly. Some people always play paladins, in games. Some people like playing wizards in games.
I play
always
shirtless.
have a penchant for interesting characters. So,
Indeed.
What are you guys doing? Who's making the call here?
Yeah, well, let's we'll avoid the large opening. Let's see if we can find a small one. If we don't find one that satisfies us, we'll cut our own.
Okay.
I mean, one good news of multiple ways in is that, you know, it makes it significantly less likely that they're planning ambushes at all of them. You know, if they're going to plan an ambush, it would be at the big one. Maybe, you know, maybe they go ahead and, you know, figure we go for the big one and plan an ambush there.
Godwin.
Or maybe they were just trying to delay us so they could get away with some of the gear or some of the treasure.
Regis, would you kindly give us a percentile roll?
Percentile roll. Yep.
Well, except we think they fled this way.
Okay. You guys can all, you know, as you're talking to one another, bunking your helmets in, I want you to pick 5 of you, including Omamed, who are now linked telepathically. Because she has an ability called Mind Link. She is able to link up to 5 minds together.
Well, I guess there's the 4 of us in Thassavis.
It has a range of 2 kilometers.
That's cool.
Is she one of the 5?
I believe she's one of the 5, yeah.
Okay, so 4 of us. So I guess the 4 of us and her, right? Does that seem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So then this
and I pat Thassavis on the back and say, "Next time, my friend, you're in the, you know, next time we'll link you. Next time."
Captain, do we want to send?
I think he shrugs and like hits his helmet against yours. He says, "Captain, you know I work best alone."
Indeed.
So,
Captain, do we want to send a group out to circle around towards the main entrance and make it just look like they're scouting the area?
You mean the sacrificial lambs?
Well, they don't need to take unnecessary risks and sacrifice themselves, but they could draw enemy fire, identify if there's any enemy there, occupy them for a while.
right now,
Escape.
you've seen, from what you've seen, I mean, you guys did outnumber them, but you guys gave a much better showing of things than what they did. You've annihilated their forces thus far, so...
Aquatic.
Yeah. See, everyone's silent.
Yeah, right. With a lot of headbutting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Thassavis could take a couple of the squads and try and be obvious and attract the attention. Omamed can keep all, if you want to keep her with you, you certainly can do that. She only needs to be within 2 kilometers of you. So as long as you guys aren't standing at opposite ends of the righteous path, you should be able to maintain the telepathic connection.
Oh, so then maybe we should have included him.
Yeah, I can not be included if you want, and you can include Thaddeus or Thassavis so that he can communicate. You can pass orders to him, Captain.
If we're going to do that, I mean, I guess that makes sense. If we are going to send a
distraction force.
Yeah, send him with a distraction. What do we? Yeah, do we think that is? I mean, that would be splitting the party to some extent. So, what do you think? What is that? Or do we just proceed in? It's that, or just head on in?
Well, I don't know if Kev would want to play that out, or if you want to abstract that if there are guys there. But
if you're if the NPCs are going away, you're not going to know what's happening with them necessarily. We're not role playing. Yeah. They're going off and stuff might happen and your characters will discover it, or you'll discover it at the same time your characters do. If one of you goes with them, that's a different matter, but yeah.
I ain't going with them.
I mean, maybe, I think we just head in. Let's just, it's a good thought. Let's head in and see what happens.
Okay, Captain.
So just going in directly?
No, well, not towards the big hole, but
yeah, not the big hole. We're gonna walk around and look for another ingress.
Sure.
One that we can hopefully get there with not as open to
so
snipers.
who is taking ownership of the keeping everyone hidden thing?
Let's go to stealth.
It'll be concealment.
Or, sorry, concealment.
Yeah.
Concealment.
I have
guessing what
survival,
is-
but not concealment.
What's that about? No, he just sucks as well.
Okay.
I'm at 21. What's everyone? No, okay.
That's much better than my 0.
It's 0, huh? It's a basic
Captain,
skill, right?
Basic skills will be half the governing stat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not 0, it's 17.
If you're 0, we're carrying you around.
Is it?
He's got these like Roman candles that are attached to his shoulders.
Right.
It sounds like one of our armsmen then, because if they're 30, they're better than us.
Story of our life. Yeah. I think you said that.
Story of our lives.
Yeah.
Okay, so then would you give us
But to them, of course, I say we give you the honor. You know. Myth.
So it'll be because of the cover and whatnot you got in here. You're going to get a plus 30 for this. So if someone wants to make a roll for the crew of the Mortis Probati, go right ahead.
That sounds like a captain thing.
So captain, you're making a roll at plus what I say, plus 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
So close. So
Okay.
very close.
So then, let's see here. I'm gonna make. You guys will be able to get inside. It just means that I'm gonna make a couple shots at you, or take a couple shots at you as you're going in. So here we go. Now I'll randomly determine who gets the. If I roll a hit, I think. Let's do this. It's only 1 degree of success, though, so I think they only noticed you right at the last second. So let's do. Okay, 6 shots. Here we go. The chance to hit would be probably 45. So 2. Ooh, boy, that's a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So here we go. $13. And I'm not going to allow a dodge because you wouldn't have been aware.
You don't know what's coming.
Yeah, I wouldn't have seen it coming. All right, so one of your Aquari guards takes a total of 2 points of damage from the fire that's coming down. It's this dude right here. Then and this is abstracted too. It's not like one shot going down. This is having a variety of shots coming down at the same time. 4 more shots here, so it's a miss. Fucking hell. I'm inching closer to a crit. Okay, 6 points of damage, and that is 2. One right next to him. That one area.
They've got it sniped out.
Yeah, they're just taking. All right, and they got one more shot, 2 more shots, 2 more shots. 1 and 2. All right, so it does seem at least some of the snipers were aware that you were going in, but you guys all, come rushing inside this place. Now, let me just move these aside for a second here. Actually, I'm moving down, way down, because I have something else to show you. And that would be the interior. Oh, let me rearrange this. There we go. Oh, yeah. That looks cheery. Very cheery. Okay.
Kevin got those 2s and 3s out of the way.
Exactly.
Indeed.
I also got the 91 and 97 out of the way, so that's... You're welcome. All right. Guys, allow me to welcome you to the righteous path. So, this, if it is a treasure vault, it seems is also a tomb. When you make your way on board, you will find that the lower decks in this, particularly when you're where you are entering, are a twisted wreckage of corridors and ruptured bulkheads. You can picture that as you're making your way through, there are points where, 100-foot drops are occasioned because of rents in the bulkhead where things have given way, and what was a corridor suddenly opens up into a chasm, and you're going to have to, use climbing gear to get yourself across, or double back and try and find some other way around. There is no power that seems to be greeting you immediately. But, you guys did bring engineers with you, so you got at least some people with tech use. So if you wish to try and learn something, you do have your technicians with you as well. What would you guys like to do now that you were on board with this dead ship?
Now, we're looking for the bridge, Captain.
Yes, indeed.
Any thoughts on how to find it? This is a family ship, is it not? Any secrets? Any intuitions?
Did what about that data pad right there, Kevin? Any point in us checking
this
it out?
is not a directly...
Okay.
Yeah. This is more of an atmospheric to give you a sense of...
I didn't want you after the session thinking they didn't even go for the data pad. That was crazy. That was just crazy. I put it right in front of them.
It was like glowing green. It was the only light.
It's like anything yellow in an Uncharted game. I can climb on it now. So anything green will yield information.
I mean, look at it. It's already on. It's sitting there on. I mean, yeah.
What would you guys like to do? There are, but you are writing. There is, I think they're called cogitators, which is the way of the 40K equivalent of like the big bulky computers that are linked up to the whole hull.
Maybe we don't have power to it directly, but could we run power to that and see if that's enough? Just
because there isn't power in the lights or in life support or in anything else or the engines, it does. This is one of the engineers or the tech priest would tell you. It does not mean that it isn't. There isn't power in here. It just means that power isn't going to these systems.
Could we even just try to power one of these computers and see if it is connected to anything?
If we can find a cogitator, then definitely. So why don't we have you guys do...
Does this follow a true Imperial design, so we may be able to figure out which direction the bridge
Again, like
must
these
be?
things, especially rogue trader ships, are so customized that it isn't useful to have, because there's so many ways that they depart from a standard design that there's not really, apart from broad strokes as far as like where the bridge is probably located, where the engines are probably located, the specifics is where you're going to get tripped up in these ships. What were you thinking though, James?
Oh, just so that we knew which direction to go towards the bridge.
The bridge you could probably figure out, yeah. But just trying to find to locate like a console to be able to access and gain information. I'm open to suggestions if you guys have any skills you think might apply that you have if any of the pilot in particular, I don't know if you've got anything that is a knowledge related with ships or the captain.
Yeah, I mean, I do have common lore. Oh no, where is it? Oh no, that's all piloting. I guess my lore is Xenos, War, and Imperial Navy.
Yeah. The Imperial Navy, I like, again, the difficulty is going to be a little harder because of this isn't a standard, like, a ship associated with the Imperial Guard or with the Space Marines or something like that. This is a ship that, an insanely wealthy merchant has, changed and adapted and whatnot to its needs over the centuries and over the generations. But why don't you just give us a roll with that at +10. Remember, you can spend a fate point to add +10 to your chance of success before you roll, if you choose.
Okay, no. So do I put +10 or -10 into the...
+10.
+10.
Remember, don't put the plus sign. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
With you sort of recognize the underlying structure here, and with a little bit of clever guesswork, Alessandro, you are able to come across a cogitator panel. So, and these things are, the reason I'm thinking of it, and I forgive me for those listening at home if I'm getting the name wrong, but there's a bit in the start of that Inquisitor game after he gets on the ship where he goes and he's accessing these things. The game is amazing, even as for filling out like atmospheric stuff about the setting. They talk about like what they think of computer programs as well, referring to them as psalms and invoking different, hymns to try and make them work.
I heard the music's really good too.
It's very, very cool. But so what you can picture is like the big long command console on the Enterprise. Imagine that thing, but twisted it through the lens of the Gothic, grimdark future of the 40K world. That's what you've come across. Is a access panel that will be able to give you information about the entire ship. This will require a tech use roll, but it'll give you a +20 to the crew. And Captain, if you wish to press them the importance of this, you can grant your +10 on top of that.
Indeed.
And if you guys have anything else you think might assist with this roll, you can feel free to let us know.
Nothing I can think of.
No, not really.
Okay. Then, Captain, I believe you are doing the honors for your crew. It'll be at, I think, a total of +30 then, right?
Glass.
Oh, they are having difficulty getting this to work. So,
should we press in and look for different connectors?
the risk that you run with this is basically I'm treating each one of these dice rolls as an opportunity for you to stumble across other people in the ship. So certainly all it's costing you right now is time. And the chance of that happening is probably, unless again they brought tons below. One of the upsides of this twisted wreck is like these things are pretty easy to hide in anyway for a relatively small group like what you guys have, even when they're operational. Like there are places on your ship that just no one goes to. This is not a kind of like tiny little thing where you have, you know, crew members living on top of one another. This is a Gothic cathedral of steel and, you know, commerce in space with tons of places of you know, hiding nooks and whatnot. So
like
don't
the
think
kind
that
of places on my ship where I take off my shirt.
Exactly, and stand before walls and chant shit. Yeah, exactly. So don't think that the chances of this happening are really high or they're going to keep going up. It just means that there is a chance of you stumbling across. This cogitator, you don't seem to be able to get to work, but if you can think of some way to try and you know, change circumstances and give it another try, I am also willing to let that happen. So what are you guys thinking? press on deeper into this, try and find another cogitator. That was a really unfortunate roll on the part of the crew there.
Right.
They rolled a 90.
90.
Yes.
What are you guys thinking?
Well, I say we press on, Captain. Best not to stay in one area.
Yeah, I'm thinking press on and we look for a new cogitator. This cogitator is first.
Maybe it's malfunctioning.
So this will all be dark, right? We're using lights to get ahead.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys are carrying little, like...
So maybe I could go on ahead since I can... Captain, as you remember, I can see in the dark.
Interesting.
But do you have a
hesitate
similar skill to what Alessandra does to try and locate things?
Well, I can at least see if there's a bunch of... I can hopefully see if there are any fell troops before they can see me.
Yeah, I think that you'd probably... I'm not sure there would be a huge advantage there, because unless they have similar gifts like you, you'd see their lights anyway, in the same way that they see yours.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could see their lights before they could see ours, because
fair
I'm
enough.
ahead of them.
Okay, sure. So why don't you give us a... it's a silent move? Yeah.
There's the drawback.
The upside is this place is old and creaky and whatnot. And you're... Hold on. You know what? No, ignore me. It's a fucking void exposed ship.
Oh,
There's no atmosphere in here.
Still,
no one's hearing shit.
still
Never mind.
quiet.
Ignore me.
So I'll go tap dancing down the corridor.
Exactly. Banging pots together.
The chorus number.
Yeah, but the metal's still gonna vibrate if you're damping on the hallway. They'll feel that down the hallway, and they'll go.
It could give way too, I guess. I wonder if I just saw this hole here in the floor. Boy, I hope he didn't. Nothing bad
that'd be
happened.
terrible. That'd be
You are
terrible.
linked telepathically still, though, so there is
That's
that.
true.
Okay, so then, what is the strategy for the next time? Then are you going to try and use the same thing, Imperial Navy lore?
How old is this ship? Do we know?
It's at
Very
least
old,
two. Well, like it went missing. What, like 200 or 300 years ago? And then
So it's not archaeotech. It's still.
no, this would have been. But I mean, it is 10,000 years old probably, or in that range, right? Like these things. Many of these ships, after the heresy, there's that stagnation of technology. So it could be a more recent thing, but like think in the thousands of years more so than the like decades.
Okay, well, if it's in the thousands of years, I don't know if archaeotech might help, but I may have picked up a few things of forbidden lore.
Sure. Why don't you give us an archaeotech at... let's see here. I'm going to say plus 10 only because the Mortis Probati's crew failed so poorly. What I'm thinking is you're looking at the hookups on this cogitator and see how it's integrated with the rest of the ship to see if you can gauge like a way that this might be, a way to use this to follow your way to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Looking for like the cabling and stuff to figure out which direction to go. Or
yeah.
Well, these old ships are built differently, right, Captain?
Indeed.
They didn't have the void nets
that.
and stuff. Everything was run on cabling. And if you look underneath here, we should head that direction.
I think you head off. Let me make my roll here. My sinister roll. Hold on, I should make sure I roll a bit bigger dice so that you can pick it up on the mic here. Here you go, guys.
So bigger dice brings a pumpkin-sized dice out.
Yeah.
All right, so what you're able to do is, because of the way this happens to be hooked up, God, it's exactly as you say. You're able to bring yourself back, and the reason I was distracted was because I was second guessing myself on cogitator. Got it right. So some of that shit sticks. That is what it's called.
Yeah.
So what you yeah, what you find yourself at is with a second one. So this will be the same difficulty for the crew. And I think I'll give you an extra +10 from Godwin. He seems, with that good of a roll, he's got a really good idea of how this thing works. So it'll be a +40, 40 now.
Yeah, you gotta hit Control, Alt, and Delete in order for this to...
We got to say it in quasi-Latin, right? Because it's a prayer.
Right.
Controlicus, Alticus, Deleticus. And lo, he hit the F4 key.
Latinist. Okay. And what is it? It's testing?
And so this is the crew making their skill check at +40. Captain? And we can assume, Sean, whenever we're saying crew, it's always going to be you, unless it's in a combat situation. Similarly, James will be rolling for our psychic at all times, and Dave will be rolling for our arc militant at all times.
Yeah. What was the modifier?
And Jeff, if you're feeling left out, don't worry. I got a missionary coming soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the modifier?
40.
Oh.
They're just intense.
83.
Now, in fairness to them, this is very difficult tech to use.
Yeah.
And
they want another... They want a random encounter is really what they're saying.
Yeah, well, and also, I mean, this ship is, it was pretty fucked up, right? Like this is, something clearly has gone very wrong with this ship.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me want to watch Event Horizon.
Oh, I've been, for tomorrow's session, I have been listening to the score from Dead Space, and I played some Dead Space last night specifically to get in that vibe. It also benefits, you know, this particular game too.
Yeah, totally.
So
I can't play Dead Space at night.
no, it's one of the few games that genuinely scared the fuck out of me. I had to play the first one. Amazing game. Oh,
Could have played in daylight, or I get a little jumpy.
So the what do you guys plan on doing next? And we can assume this is like several hours of wandering through here and trying to get things. This is not a matter of like, hey, throw this switch here or whatnot. Like, this is centuries, if not millennia old technology that has been damaged so badly in a ship. You guys are, the whole crew is down there, you know, whispering prayers and trying to work their bizarre implements and whatnot to try and get this stuff working, trying one thing and then trying something else.
Yeah.
So what is the next attempt then?
Acquire Wyoming counts.
Keep pressing. Go for another cogitator. These cogitators are faulty.
Well, this is such ancient technology. As I said before, Captain, if you know intuition or feeling that could help us, a direction that just feels right, that your grandfather or whoever would have taken, anything.
Seems like opening a door for a creative use of a skill.
It does. Well, I mean, this ship does have a rogue trader feel to it. Of me.
Oh, most definitely. That is one thing. If you got any kind of lore that relates to rogue traders whatsoever, that is precisely the kind of thing that would help you figure out what the layout of this place is.
I do indeed.
Okay.
I have rogue trader lore.
Yeah, I'll give you a +10 on that because it is, as Alessandra has said, your family's legacy.
Oh, brutal.
You want to fate point that?
Ice cold. Sure. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I think I used one of my points.
There we go.
There you go. Okay.
Nice.
Similarly to Godwin's situation, you consider this for a time. What do you think the breakthrough is that makes you realize, like, you can almost feel the logic of how this has been laid out by your ancestor. Bearing in mind, they walked these very decks.
I can almost feel my father walking down this hallway like he owns it, this corridor. Probably with his shirt off. And
that's the custom of the aquatics. Everything's chests with them, beating the chest, burying your chest.
And beating his chest with his power sword, that one wrong twist, one wrong just flicker of his wrist, and you'd catch the edge and cut into an artery.
Or just lose a nipple. So I think with that, you are able, again, another hour of wandering through the corridors, and not wandering around like, I think it's over here, I think it's over here. Like, it's a very difficult process. This is like, imagine this is a skyscraper stacked on top of a skyscraper's tall submarine that has been twisted and bent and whatnot that you are navigating your way through.
Is this ship larger than ours, Kevin?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yours is like, it's big as far as like, in comparison to an individual, but as far as ships go, there are much, much bigger things than what yours is. Yours is actually on a little bit on the smaller side as far as, warp capable ships are concerned. But it has a generous cargo hold, so it makes up for its size in that way. We need, once again, for your crew to make this cogitator function. Once again, they will get a plus, what did I say, 40 last time in total? Yeah, plus 40 between your comments, the bonus you can grant them, and just the ease of the task. Captain, here it is.
The Aquade. There we go.
All right. So
I want to say they all stripped their shirt off for this, just for, like to kind of get in the sort of.
Except that we're in the void, and they would
if we weren't in the void, if we
freeze in a few
weren't
seconds.
in the void, if we weren't
we're
in the
Aquade. We don't feel the environment. So it is perhaps a bit of a surprise. You can picture that Regis is standing on the very edge of where you guys are, keeping an eye, lurking in the shadows, but even he is very slightly illuminated by the red glow of these screens that come on. And there is a bunch of the kind of bizarre symbols and whatnot that only make any sense to the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus or their acolytes. And it's scrolling across, but there is your what do you call it? The technicians or the techno priests you have with you. They are able to make techno acolytes. They are not properly priests, but they say, Captain, we have access. Power is still going to some systems in the righteous path. Now, this is through their like weird, almost like plague doctor like, meets robot masks that they have on.
Excellent. I guess maybe I headbutted them. Excellent. Well done. Well done.
Captain, there is an enormous amount of power drawn to the core of the ship, powering energy seals. It must be the vault.
Can you tell how to get there?
It appears control that rests solely at the bridge. The power... There is power on the bridge, too.
So best to head to the bridge, you feel, from what you found?
What is best, I leave for you, Captain. What is shown, the cogitator reveals power to those seals is controlled. from the bridge.
By the bridge.
He kind of bows to you.
Very well. Well, we were heading for the bridge anyway. It seems to be the... Hopefully we can find a manifest and open that vault. Let's... Can you tell if by chance, can you tell if anyone else seems to have recently manipulated anything in the ship?
I can say the prayers and hymns to the spirits of the seals to the bridge have been rendered quiet. The seals are intact. The bridge has an environment.
All right. Let's press on.
Wait, Captain. That appears to be a recent invocation.
The atmosphere on the bridge. Oh. So perhaps someone is likely there.
I would say your adversary, Captain, awaits you.
Yes. Well, let's not keep him.
So they are also able to access schematics for the bridge or for the ship in general. The downside is that's the schematics of what the ship was like when it was intact. What it is now, it will require some interpretation. The auspex sensors relating to the damage to the ship themselves were damaged so badly in whatever happened to this that they are not reading correctly, so you can't get a reading on the current state of the various bridges and whatnot. So now, one thing that Thasivus will bring up is the possibility, while they may not have as big of a crew as what we feared, they did not seem to have brought down a small army with them. If Thasivus was in the position, what he would do is mine or otherwise booby trap every approach to the bridge that they were not making use of, and then have everyone guarding the one they are making use of. I have nothing to tell you what they have done. I can only say what I would do.
Very good. We will, once we get close, we will have to be cautious. Once we get to an area, once we get to a place where there are limited approaches.
So,
let's press on.
How do you guys wish to approach this then?
To the bridge.
Well, you got psychic connection still.
Yeah, psychic connection. But, yes, let's,
So this is where what I need you guys to do is to describe what approach you're going to try so I can judge what we need to do in terms of skill checks. If you are trying to brute force your way through to pick your fights where you can, then there will probably be some tactics type stuff that we're going to be rolling. If you are trying to find and disarm mines, there's likely to be some tech use there. One of the upsides to the shut down Vox units and the lack of space or lack of atmosphere is even if you do blow up someone, unless they feel it through the hole, they're unlikely to hear an explosion. Or you could try and do something different. There is a long, proud tradition in most giant spaceships of accommodatingly sized ductwork.
I ain't getting in the ducks.
Yeah. I'll crawl through some ductwork for you guys.
Appreciate it. What? How far are we? Looking at the schematics, how far do we think we might be from the bridge, Kevin?
From here to the bridge, you're probably winding through about 1.5 kilometers of twisted metal. some of which will be easier to navigate than others.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you guys talk about that. I want to grab a book. I'll be right back.
Cass grabbing a book, everybody drink.
I don't know if we have. I always feel like we're against time. You know, like we don't have time to be like sneaky and slow and whatnot. We just got to get over there. They're possibly already looting, Captain.
Well, apparently the vaults are intact, so they would. My best information, you know, that we could presume they're working on breaking them. We don't think they've done so yet. But I mean, two things. So I agree. Either, you know, time is of the essence. So either time or cautiousness with Thassavis's comment. So either we pile ahead or we slow down some looking for traps. Those are, I think, our two, as far as I can tell, our decision.
What's your core values, Captain? Life or treasure?
Good point, Alessandro. You go ahead, and let's go at all speed with you.
I have this strange idea, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you'll indulge me.
Please.
Oh wait, we're connected. I'm not connected to you guys, so.
You are. I think we decided you are.
Oh, did we decide who I am?
Yeah, because they didn't split Thassavis.
Right. We didn't split.
Okay, so Thassavis isn't in. Okay, yeah. So, what if we just find the way that they're traveling to and from the bridge? If we assume that they have a main path, and we set up an ambush point, so when they leave the bridge, bump, bump, bump.
But we haven't found any signs of them yet, have we?
No, we need to find the bridge and find their path.
We think they're on the bridge because there's a possibility they're on the bridge because our tech folk believes that atmosphere on the bridge is a recent change.
Right.
So suggesting that that's where they are. And that's when Thassavis said, well, if I was on the bridge, then I would mine most of the approaches to the bridge, all but one.
Booby trap them.
Booby trap them. And so that's where that came from, is that we think there's a good chance that they're on the bridge now, but they just haven't been able to break the vault seals at this time. So we do think they're on the bridge. There's a decent chance they're on the bridge. I mean, maybe there's some other reason that there's recent atmosphere on the bridge, but that would be a pretty big coincidence at this point. So we think they're there. Go ahead.
Well, our intention was to reach the bridge, so I must assume that their intention would be to reach the bridge.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, somehow, one way or the other, they found out what we found out. It seems reasonable. So it's just a matter of whether we go with all speed or whether we go cautious, because what Thassavis suggested that there might be some booby traps along the way. That's really the primary decision here, is whether we just press on for time because we think that they're trying to crack the vault. We presume they're trying to. Go ahead.
No, we could do half and half, as it were. Let's do the first, get halfway there at high speed, and then start getting cautious then.
Yeah, I thought that too. Right, I agree that it would seem like it gets more likely that it's booby trapped the closer we get. I mean, it's a huge ship, so unlikely they booby trapped. Everything. Kind of,
yeah.
Right. Yeah, let's try that. So let's try go halfway with at a pretty good clip. We'll be spread out for some of our finest crew members at the front.
Okay. Let's do this then. To make this journey through the hull of your ancestor's ship a little more memorable, let's have Dave, would you give us a D100 roll, please?
A weather roll?
It's space. There's not weather in space.
That was a joke.
Snowing.
But
That'd be funny.
you know what's another way of kind of using that is environment. So, of course, Dave's rolling our environment roll. What you find... Dave, would you give us another D10 roll, please?
Sure. What color is the acid dripping from the ceiling?
Oh, a 1.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way through, again, mostly in blackness, Regis, if you're the one up front, you will be the first one to notice this. Would you give us a... I think it will be a... Hold on.
It's probably a 10% anyway.
It's a... It might be just a flat strength roll, actually. Can you make stat rolls from the sheets?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Strength check at... just flat, actually. No modifier. So I don't know why you're able to note this, but you get into the area you're going through, and there is something wrong with the gravity in here, because you suddenly feel about twice the weight that you normally do.
Oh.
And this is on top of the fact that you've been wandering around in a relatively low gravity environment up until now. And like you've been in space long enough as a navigator, you're familiar with being in space. You don't need to make a roll to figure out there is one of two causes for this. One is interference from the warp, in which case you got bigger problems and things are heavier right now. Two, a more likely concern, malfunctioning grav plates. So this section of the ship seems to have power going to it. The grav plates are a bit heavier than they have been. So what that means, let me tell you, I think they've got it in here too. It's not in here. I have to go grab the Death Watch book because I know what page is on there. But let's take a look here. So again, you're in mental contact with everyone, so you can feel free to let them know that however you wish.
Yeah, so I'll let them know that.
What do you say?
Yes, I think there's something going on in the powers to the grab plates here. It's very odd. Suddenly a great weight on me.
And you're a little bit ahead of us, right?
Yep.
This could be the trap.
If it is, it's a creative one. Because I mean, only making you're not even remotely close as of yet. You're maybe a third of the way there. It could be that they're setting traps far ahead, but also this is a massive, unconceivably advanced and old ship that normally has a shit ton of redundancies built into it. So what it means
so it could just be a failing.
It could still be functioning. Like, this shit is designed to take catastrophic failures and keep on going. And if there's power going to the energy core in the center of the ship, there may be strange connections and whatnot going on elsewhere. I'm not saying you're not wrong. Like, maybe this is a trap, but you would also be aware that these ships, this kind of weird shit can go on. And again, it could be the warp.
Yeah, I was just going to say, do we know the fate of the ship originally? Or just that it disappeared? So like it could be, maybe it was caught in a warp storm and something really weird happened to it.
Regius, would you be able to tell if there is more of a concentration of warp where you are?
Yep, you can give us a senescence roll at plus 30.
Senescence.
This would be, again, like a candle in a dark room kind of stuff. It would be very obvious. The only reason I'm making a roll is because you might be distracted by it. Yeah, 100% confident there is no disruption from the warp here. This is some other thing. So this is the way through. You can choose to try and find another route. But again, like, this is, unfortunately, there are limited ways to navigate around here. And you guys have been on board probably for 4 or 5 hours at this point. between wandering around and getting things activated and assessing things. So what that means is it's on page 269 of the Rogue Trader book. High gravity means you decrease your agility bonus by 2 for the purpose of movement and determining initiative. In addition, characters subtract 4 from the total of their strength bonus and toughness bonus for the purpose of determining carrying, lifting, and pushing limits. Characters also subtract 2 from their strength bonus for determining how far they can throw objects. Finally, have all jumping and leaping distances. So really, unless you're lugging a bunch of gear, which I don't think any of you guys are, or unless you're trying to run away from anyone, this is going to represent a bit of an inconvenience. More so than anything else.
Yeah.
And a peculiarity that might be a little weird.
Now, one of the upsides, again, this is a big enough ship that you still could try and find another way around. The only thing it costs you is time and the potential of running into someone else in here. So you need not make your way through this section of the ship. You could try somewhere else, but it does seem like that's what's going on here.
Probably means it's less likely anyone's lurking here, Captain. Probably don't want to be in this gravity.
Unless it's worse somewhere else.
Oh, there's certainly worse. I mean, what Captain Aquare and Alessandro could tell you, like, there may be places in parts of the ship that, if there is power going through it, are extremely radioactive. They could be toxic. They could be corrosive. It could be flooded. So again, this is, you know, a small city, or at least a town in space. There may still be water or other fluids somewhere in here. So those are the more challenging places to make your way through. But you might also find, you know, a way through that is free and clear of any other kind of dangers. But
well, this sounds good, and it's not lethal, but discouraging for someone to lurk.
Tempted to press on. Is that what you're thinking, Regius?
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's press on.
so,
It.
and nothing else. You're not going to hear the moans and whatnot of all of your crew as you're making your way through. Then,
Thank heavens.
as the navigator, James, would you kindly give us a D100 roll? $85. Okay. Okay. So what you come across as you're, and you can picture making your way along through this broken and overly heavy section of the ship. You can hear well, you can't hear it either, geez, but you can feel every time you put your foot down and another one of you walks by on a piece of gangplank, it, you know, shifts just a scooch in it. Because your weight is, in addition to you feeling heavier, you're also putting a lot more weight on every one of these things than what they're designed for. And you reach a point where you're going to need to navigate through what was at some point some kind of either fabrication bay or a vehicle storage hangar or perhaps a cargo bay. More likely one of the former, because from what you've heard, this thing should be full of treasure. What this is going to involve is navigating through this series of interconnected and busted walkways and gangplanks. This is going to require some tests here. And they will either be 5 tests at challenging difficulty, which means 0 modifier, or 7 at +10 for each of them. We'll talk about what those mean. A failure on this does not trigger anything, but 2 degrees of success results in potentially an injuring of one of your party members. And the more you fail, the worse it gets. Now, you as a party can figure out what skills you think you might use, and you can collaborate with one another. I think one of you assist the other with each of these. So each roll you make, one person can aid someone else on that roll to grant a +10. You just need to tell us how you're going about doing that. I want you to be as creative as you like with the use of these, so we're not just making a bunch of athletics checks or, climb checks on this. But those those are good for you, you can make use of those. So, first choice is more direct route, only shooting for 5 successes, and taking no modifiers to the base roll. Or +10 in all your checks, and shooting for 7 successes as you're navigating the whole group across this. What do you guys think?
Seven?
One of the upsides is just like when there is failures, guys, I will say, just like the other checks. Oh, did I just lose? What the heck is going on here? Your guards are somewhat off the page.
Oh.
Why are they? I can't even grab them. I like. Oh. Yeah, I can't even. Oh, there we go. Grab one. Where's the other one? Come on, buddy. I can't even grab him. How did that even get there? Jeez Louise.
It's warp.
Yeah, he's weird. He's in no man's zone. You know what I'll do is, I think that's one of the yellow ones. Let me just create a new one. He's lost to the warp. I'm sorry.
Seriously.
So the upside to this is we're rolling just like we did with the random damage with the shots amongst the entire party. So it might be nameless, Joe who goes flying down, or it might be one of you guys.
Right.
So,
Okay.
what are you guys thinking? I'll leave it to you to talk. You know the stakes and you know the difficulties. I'll let you talk over what challenge level you want to go against and what skills you think might be useful here for the strategy. Now, this is your characters talking telepathically as you're looking in this massive, broken and twisted hold.
Well, I think my ability to lead the men is perhaps something I bring to the table.
I'm fairly have some awareness. I can maybe spot the right route.
All right.
Safest of the options.
Mm-hmm.
I think leadership I would let be used once successfully. Awareness, I think you can use an unlimited amount of time. You can't have all of your successes come from that, but that seems like something that would yield continual benefits for strategizing where to go.
Does this sound a little bit like we're trying to pick our path as like solving a problem or deciphering a puzzle, perhaps using logic to try and work our way through some of it? There's
definitely an element of that, because you also have to factor in that some of those structures that you're going to be clambering across or whatnot, they are not going to be able to. You're applying twice or 3 times the weight that you normally would be applying to them.
I have some survival.
What are you thinking, Dave?
Use to help us.
Logic? Yeah.
Logic, okay. And you said survival?
Yeah, I read the little I thing, and it says this skill can also apply to man-made environments such as artificial worlds, the depths of the underhive, and the belly of massive starships.
Most definitely. So that would be a good judge of having to clamber across. Like, this is a little different from your jungle planet, but like,
same idea in a way.
Absolutely, with unsteady things, and then also factoring in the extra weight. So
right.
We got some great options there. What are we thinking of first? And then I want a description from whoever's assisting whatever rolls, if you want to fish for that extra 10%. I guess the other thing is, you going for 5 with challenging, or are you going for 7 with +10?
I think we're going 7. That was the consensus.
Yep, slow and steady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, who is up first? And who is assisting them?
Should I start with the
Get us rah-rah'd up.
yeah, I'm trying to get the word now. I'm missing a word. The
Rally?
Rally the troops. All right, I will begin.
And
Here we
is
go.
anyone going to assist with this?
What skill is that?
I'm
Command?
going to be using command. Was my thought.
Does it have to be the same skill to assist?
No. If you give me a good description of what you do, and you don't need to necessarily pick a skill. If your character does something to try and, to assist in whatever skill that someone's testing, I'm happy to grant the assist.
Well, I think Godwin is used to being the bad cop on the ship, so he is basically, before Quinelli goes to do the thing to get everybody riled up, he's walking around and telling people to move in closer and you got to be able to hear what Captain's going to say, and so everybody's kind of huddled in, and he's being the bit of a jerk, but trying to get everybody to really focus on what Captain says, so it has potent impact.
Okay, I love it. Yep. And then Captain, so you will have plus 10 because of the 7 attempts, or 7 successes, and you're going to get plus 10 from Godwin. So you got a total of plus 20 here.
And I'm I'm probably got my sword. Since we can't hear each other well, I'm doing it'll be just a light. It's more the intention than actually whacking myself as usual.
Okay.
So on the chest.
And a reminder, you can spend a fate point to get plus 10 to your roll.
I think I prefer that for a reroll than the 10.
You can do both.
Oh.
Kev's
GM's like a used car salesman over there right now.
Hey, my thing is a commission-based fate points, so
True.
If I want my compensation, I gotta get you to spend that narrow meta currency.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it today.
Okay, so it's plus 30 total then.
Today only. Yep.
Here we go.
I got 30.
Limited time offer.
There you go. 1 of 7 under your belt. So you've got everyone going. Everyone is ready to brave this seemingly suicidal gambit to make their way across this busted and broken, excessively heavy hold. Who is going next? Captain is gone. Which of our player characters is going to go next?
I think I'll try scouting ahead then,
Okay.
and I will use my awareness to see the best route in the next part. Still the scrappy gantries and...
Anyone want to help brainstorm with him?
I think...
So I think, Godwin, you've already helped in this one, so it would be Alessander.
Yeah, sure.
Or the captain.
Or the captain. Sorry, yeah.
I mean, I have paranoia as well. So one of us, maybe Alessander, that talent could, kick in a little bit with the assist.
Oh, right.
Why don't you go ahead? Why don't you do it?
Sure.
I'm only going to let you do that once per pass, though. For this,
Right,
you can't
of
do it
course,
for
yeah.
everybody. So, if you wish, Captain, you can grant that plus 10. But
Oh, sure.
but it's not on every. Otherwise, you'd just be getting it for every roll, and that doesn't, I think, defeats or goes against the intent of the ability.
Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be. So in this case,
Sure.
round means everyone's effort to make a roll. So,
Okay.
but yes, you absolutely can do that. So, but you can also, if you wish to use that on Regis this round, you can also choose to try and assist his roll, unless Alessander's got an idea.
Alessandro, you want to assist with? How's your awareness?
My awareness is
Well,
pretty
again,
good.
guys, you don't
It's
need
not a skill,
just
yeah.
role play.
It's just a description. Yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
description. I know.
you don't need
No,
to
I
figure
know.
out. You're not making any rolls. They're
No,
just.
but I actually like this other suggestion that he made. It's more about being paranoid and about being nervous about every, because he's trying to find the right route, and it's he's being sort of the devil's advocate to maybe the suggestions he's
Sure.
making to make them a little sharper, right? Oh, careful. What about that? You know?
Okay. So then, Regis, you'll be getting plus 20 so far. Captain, are you applying your bonus to his roll?
I am.
Okay, so plus 30 total. And then you could spend a fate point if you want to get another plus 10.
I think that's good enough at this point.
Okay, so plus 30, go right ahead.
Woohoo!
Nice.
3.7.
All right, that is 2 successes. So then, Alessander or Godwin? You're up next.
What were you going to do again, Dave?
I was going to try and logically find a part of the path through.
Okay.
Well, why don't you use your logic before I use my survival?
I think logic I'm only going to allow 1 success on, only because it's contingent on being able to see the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, you can definitely get 1 towards this. So, and then how is either Captain Aquade or Regis going to help you?
Well, with my being able to see clearly all around, not just the dark lights and all the rest of it, I'll describe everything I can see from. So what makes sense here?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to struggle.
Maybe you
I can see route
further.
here. I can see her here as well, but I'm not sure which.
Because I'm picturing that the logic contribution, maybe this is what you're thinking, Dave, is that the logic is also not just like the 1 hop over, you're like 5 hops ahead. And because of Regis's dark vision, he'd be able to see deeper into here.
Yeah, it's like rock climbing. You're not just picking your next spot. You're picking, hey, if I go to that spot and that spot, oh, that's a dead end. It's like, no, I got to go that way, that way, that way. If we go that route, it's a lot easier later on, kind of thing.
Yeah. So then you're going to get plus 10 from Regis, and plus 10 because it's the number of challenge successes you need. Do you wish to spend a fate point to get another plus 10?
Sure.
Okay, so you got plus 30 to this roll. Logic prevails. Look at that.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Nice roll. All right, so then you guys have 3 successes thus far. Now, Alessander, what are you thinking? Survival?
Yeah, he was going to use survival on this first pass here.
And this is probably the nitty-gritty of, like, scrambling across this uneven surface for that long. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, and it's also like, I know you said like, so the weight of like, what's going to break or, like, okay, that we won't survive if we cross that bridge or whatever. Like it's, he's used to climbing trees and all that kind of thing. Right. And going across tree branches, and it's like, well, that won't hold our weight, that kind of thing.
Yep. And then I think it comes down to the captain to assess this. How does Captain Aquade assist with this? If he does.
Let's see here.
And again, you don't need to look at your skill list. You just need to come up with a role-playing thing in fiction that explains how he's helping out, and that's good enough.
I am... and I'm pretty aware and paranoid myself, so I think I'm probably going to be looking for pitfalls, as you are progressing.
Okay.
And you also have knowledge of this ship, like of the Aquare vessels, could be helping.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
My bare-chested grandfather.
So plus 20, and then are you spending a fate point to get another plus 10?
Yeah.
So plus 30 total.
Yeah. I'll change the fate point after I roll.
Sure.
Here we go. So plus 30?
Yep, 3-0.
Yes.
There you go.
Nice.
4 out of the necessary 7 rolls. And we'll find out if you make it all the way across in 2 weeks' time.
Nice.
So,
I am spending a fate point to...
Oh, yes, yeah. If you guys want to top up your heals, the fall will be inflicting 3d10 plus 5 with a penetration of 7. So, if you guys want to top up those wounds, you feel free to do so.
And what's the buy system? Is it 1 fate point for 2?
1 fate point allows you to roll 1d5.
1d5.
Yeah.
And can we spend more than one, Kevin, at the end
Yeah,
here?
yeah, absolutely. Clear out your.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So you
fine.
can get another point, Captain.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I need. Oh, there we go. There's the.
Nice. Godwin is up to full, and then Alessandro, do you want to spend one to heal? Really, it's one. You can't possibly roll less than one. So.
That's
yeah,
true.
sure.
Okay, so you topped up as well.
Nice.
Intervening. Thanks. I wish I had thought of this before, but yeah, what I grabbed, guys, was Ark of Lost Souls.
Oh.
That's my hip.
It's the rules for exploring space hulks.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, like there's nothing like. It's a fucking.
Nice.
It's a sentence in the adventure as written. I'm like, that does not seem.
Right.
Like, for the amount of fucking time it took us to get here, this should be more of a shtick. I wish I thought of it when you guys first got in, but better late
You still
than
got time. You got
never.
time. It's the end of a session. You got time.
Absolutely. Well, we got all next session, which means I can run more than these. We've only encountered, there are obstacles, hazards, and perils that you can encounter in addition to encounters. It's
There you go.
And remember,
amazing.
guys, Ark of Lost Souls is a Death Watch one. So imagine what the challenges are like.
I may have
right.
already adjusted the difficulty of the things because I was like, yeah, this is written for Space Marines, not for road traders. So I have adjusted some of those things.
A herd of Tyranids comes flying.
Right.
I have resisted the temptation to add on to this adventure. So the likelihood of Gene Stealers or Dog Galdar or Necrons is fairly low.
Yeah.
Fairly low.
Fairly.
Not zero.
Right.
I'm waiting for those crit fails. Okay, so 1 to 4 across the intervening peril. Here we go. There we go. Awesome. All right, then. So back to 500 XP for everybody.
Woohoo.
So then we'll head back to our main screen here. For those,
I don't know if you noticed that I typed in sometime back in the chat that I'd kept the lasgun, by the way, and I ditched the
did you?
pistol.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yep, add it to your character sheet.
Yeah.
So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 8 of our 9. This is session 9, guys, of our Into the Maw adventure. Our heroes are getting closer and closer to the bridge. Now, if they can only get there without losing more members of their crew. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, there is a link down below in the description of this video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have channels dedicated to this game, every other game we run on the channel for the most part, as well as a ton of other great channels like Finding a Group, like information about virtual tabletops, like online convention information, like deals of the day from the different bundling kind of providers and whatnot. There's a ton of great people over there, and if nothing else, I just wrapped up month 3 of my daily posting of Savage Worlds superheroes. There are now 120 different heroes converted over from various other properties into Savage Worlds. So if nothing else, you want to pick up some Savage Worlds supers and run some of that at your table. I have lots of characters to choose from over there. Tons of, there's also, I imagine there's going to be more chatter about not only this game, but Imperium Maledictum, because I know there's quite a few people in the community who have picked that up now that it's been released. So if you want to chat about Warhammer 40K RPGs, plenty of folks over there who'll be doing that as well. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an amazing selection of hard-to-find, a great selection of RPGs, board games and card games that are of the new variety. They also have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs, including got at least one of my sets of Rogue Trader through them. Another one was through an impulsive eBay collection. But if you now we have a discount code listed down below of the Muse, but that expires in an hour. I don't have the new code yet, but I did hear from our contact at Noble Knight. We will be getting a new one by Monday. So if you're listening to this live or contemporaneous to the recording, just check one of our next videos for next week. So after April 1st, 2023, and this isn't a joke, and you will find the new code that you'll be able to enter. We have suggested Spring Muser, because that'll let you know when it's going to expire again. But if you do enter that code at purchase or at discount at your checkout, and you're buying $10 or more of product through them, you will save yourself 10% on the purchase. In addition, there's also a link down below to a series of ways to assist a creator in the community. Owen K.C. Stevens. Owen K.C. Stevens is a prolific creator in the D20 RPG space. He was one of the co-creators of the Starfinder RPG. He's worked on 3rd edition, 4th edition, Pathfinder 1st edition, Pathfinder 2nd edition, Star Wars Saga edition, Star Wars Revised edition, as well Fantasy Age, a bunch of different things. In the recent years, Owen has suffered a number of health setbacks, and then most recently he has been diagnosed with cancer. And we are going to be tomorrow afternoon running a fundraising session to try and, if folks enjoy the session, to bring attention to his need right now. And if you are interested in making a one-time donation or supporting him on Patreon, you can find links to his coffee and his Patreon down below. And also, he has Rogue Genius Games as his imprint. So if you pick up anything from Rogue Genius Games through Drive-Thru RPG, that also supports him. His Patreon is also linked to a ton of creative output he has for Starfinder and Pathfinder 2nd edition related stuff, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So you're getting something for that. But I've mentioned this a couple of times, but the RPG community, we don't have an equivalent of the comic book Heroes Initiative. Comics figured out that folks working for a lifetime in those industries often don't find themselves at the end of that career without the ability to pay for a lot of much needed healthcare issues or other things. The Hero Initiative was created for that. The RPG community does not have a comparable program, so this is unfortunately where we are, is having to help out on a case-by-case basis. And we talk a lot on the channel about having said goodbye to many other creators, Greg Stafford, Carl Sargent, a lot of creators in the last little while. This is a creator who is in need of assistance, who is still with us. So again, absolutely no pressure whatsoever to anyone to contribute to that. But if you do find yourself in a position to be able to support him, he could really use help right now, not only for the treatments themselves, he is an American, so the associated healthcare costs that come with that. There's also the cost that anyone going through cancer will have to deal with for not being able to work and not being able to do or having other things being more expensive or more challenging, like groceries delivered and things like that. So in any event, tomorrow's game is going to be a lot of fun. If you enjoyed today's session, there will be a very similar vein of sci-fi, quasi-fantasy stuff. There's also a link down below to our the program of Heroes Save Villages. That's the charity fundraising campaign we normally run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, really amazing organization, active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children from around the world. And if you make any donations through that link, all donations go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. And if you want to learn about ways we say thank you to the generous donors, head on over to the Dungeon Musings Discord server and check out the Charity Initiatives channel. My outro's already gone on more than long enough, particularly with how early in the morning James is right now. So you can learn all about the charity campaign we're running for a linked year-long 6-part campaign that you can vote on to help shape or the prize you can win with a certain other level of donation. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart explorers. So Jeffrey, Sean, James, and Dave, thank you so much for joining me back in the grim darkness of the far future. Can't believe we're 9 sessions in right now. That's awesome. And you guys are all 2nd tier now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you after today?
Too. What's that?
Dave? Oh, I think Dave's the only one who might not be.
I'm at 7,500, which I think is in the 2nd rank,
Probably.
isn't it? It's
Beautiful.
7,000.
2nd tier,
Yeah.
we're getting up there. Awesome.
Yeah.
Then we'll be back in the grim darkness of the far future to see what awaits our heroes there. But until then, we hope that we gave you a couple of hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are exploring, or uncovering, I should say, as they explore the vast and decrepit husk that is the Righteous Fury. Hopefully a husk that has a very lucrative center. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.